Weird.
We can't all make declarations of hatred at the same time. Hi, everybody.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
你好中国，你好西亚，我爱更尊重中。Shield up. There's nothing sacred.
Now wait a Alson, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it.
I don't care.
But how did you ever find us?
Oh, easy. We just read the screenplay you left us.
And Hispanic people, too.
Globe gold! Globe gold! Globe gold!
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
I'll help you.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? Zappuccino.
All right, it is Thursday night in Tooney Town, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for my favorite night of the week, folks, because it is time to talk pop culture as only we can here on this platform. It is time for Tooney Talk TV. Folks, my name is Marvin, and I'm the Movie Monster, and I am thrilled to be here with you guys for another spectacular Thursday show. We have got an excellent lineup of news items to get to today, but I can't do it by myself, guys. I need the greatest team ever assembled in the history of pop culture reporting. I need the Tooney Town Titans.
Titans, go!
Kevin Apollo is here. Hello, my friend.
My brother, how you doing, mate?
I'm doing all right. You're looking very mild-mannered with the glasses today.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Nope, no Kryptonians here.
No.
They're hypno glasses, right? Oh, my goodness. What up, T?
Do you like how Chrome tried to give me a problem at the very last second?
Yes, Google Chrome attempted to deny you all your nightly dose of Trish tonight, and
I should be okay now.
Yeah,
I can't close a tab and it just crashes. I don't know why.
You literally just have to set your computer, and when it works, just don't touch it again.
I can't fix. I'm tired. I'm tired.
It stinks.
I blame Chrome. This is not my computer. This is Chrome.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's probably Google Chrome. We can blame Google. They're just responsible for our entire livelihood here on the channel. It's fine. Throw them fix right Chrome. Into the bus, please. Go ahead.
Please, kindly, she asks, fix it.
Martin Stone is here. Hello, Martin.
Hi. If there's a problem, I'd solve it.
I was thinking that.
Oh, come
on.
Oh, my goodness. Martin, how are you this week?
Pretty good. Thursday is also one of my favorite nights of the week. Top 7, probably top 1.
I'm glad it's in your top 7 days of the week. Fantastic. One of my top 7 favorite people on this panel here tonight, Nolan Thunder, is with us today.
Yeah, suck it, other people.
Nolan coming in feisty.
Yeah, wow. Thanks, Nolan, for dropping that on our show that we're not supposed to have adult. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that's
it's
I was
not
like,
bad.
wait, in the 90s?
Yeah, I know. In the 90s, DX made it a common.
run around crotch chopping in the 90s.
I did not know what it meant when I was a kid, like when I was like in my early teens. And so, like, my dad said something to me one time, and I went, "You know what, Dad? I got 2 words for you."
Oh no!
I did the crotch chop, and he said, "What did you just say?" And I was like, "What, they say it on TV?" And he was just like, "What TV?"
Oh my god, I love this. I'm picturing
Oh
it.
my god.
It was a terrible, terrible moment. It's one of those. I have got so many moments with my father where I would get these looks from him like, "This is my firstborn. This is the one that carries my name." Like, I rode in a friend's Cybertruck recently, and he gunned it on the highway, and I think I whimpered because it went so fast, and I was like, "Wow, that was embarrassing." Like, the only thing that could have made it worse would be if my father materialized in the back seat to give me that exact look. So.
Somewhere he knew. I like to think.
It's just standing around somewhere going.
Yep.
I'm imagining the whimper like Wesley hooked up to the machine in the pit of despair.
I don't know. Nolan was there for it, so
yeah, it was an experience, everybody.
I was riding a shotgun, so you know who else was there for it? Lorne!
Hi, everybody.
Lorne, I'm loving the background.
Hey, Dr. Lorne.
This is the awesome background that you've been using for the new hit late night show, Lorne and Apollo. Late night with Lorne and Apollo, Tuesdays and Fridays at 11 p.m. I've managed to be there now for both of those episodes, and they were so much fun.
Have you seen the other background that I got?
I think I did, but I don't remember it.
I was using this one for the novels that I've been reading, which is kind of fun. Here we go.
Oh, fantastic.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that. Red 5 standing by.
Don't get me wrong. I love this one, but I feel like this is my more natural home. So
yes, I agree. But guys, the team is assembled, but we're not done. We have a special guest this week joining us.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Clefairy. It is the one and only real life fake wizard, direct from his channels. You guys have seen him also on the Pro channel recently. Wizard, welcome to your first Tooney Talk TV.
Hello, I'm happy to be here. This is exciting.
Wizard, for those that are not familiar with you and your antics, why don't you tell them a bit about where you're from and where they can find you?
I'm from South Dakota. And I make YouTubes here on the YouTube covering entertainment, commentary, and business. And I mess with Nolan because he wears Nintendo stuff, and I don't particularly care for Nintendo stuff. But no, I do YouTube videos, and I'm happy to be here to talk entertainment.
Everybody knows all the best fake wizards come from South Dakota.
This is true. This is true, guys. So,
my Twitter profile says Cambodia, actually.
As we always say, guys, this is a show that is made for you and funded by you. We count on your generous super chats to keep the lights on here on the Tooney Town channels. And we take breaks to give your thoughts by reading your super chats aloud. Now, we do take breaks in between each news item to read off your super chats, but we also break in the middle of whatever it is we're doing for super chats of $50 or more. And we've got a couple of them already. My goodness. Winged Moonlight coming in with 20 gifted Tooney Town TV memberships. That is $100 super chat. My goodness, Moonlight, you have just kicked off this night like no one else could. Thank you very much, my friend. And you know what? And you're not done. Winged Moonlight also member for 5 months. Is so good to see you guys. I love you all. We love you too, Winged Moonlight. And then he gifted another 5 Tooney Town TV memberships. So thank you so much, man. This is incredible. What an awesome!
Give him a statue.
Yeah, no, see, we're gonna have to right away, play our super chat thank you video. Thank you very much, Winged Moonlight. And also checking in, John Williams, our good friend, with $50 for the Rocky 4 Hearts on Fire montage plays, but it's me. When I reach the top of the mountain, it's Nolan Fall.
This is one of my top 5 super chats ever. Thank you for that, John Williams.
Hold on, I'm going to take this down for a second just so that I can play the clip and people can actually see what we mean.
Oh, I see. Oh, it was no one's fault. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well then, problem solved.
It really does sound like he says it's Nolan's fault. It is one of my favorite.
I sincerely thought that's what that said when I heard it.
I know, and that's how the joke was born, Trish.
Really did.
Wow. You know what? John Williams, you have made us so happy tonight. We are going to play a little taste of what Steven Spielberg thinks about Kathleen Kennedy.
Remember, Kathy came into the room with her steno pad and her pencil, and she was horrible at taking notes, and she was terrible, and she didn't really know how to do it very well. But what she did know how to do was interrupt somebody in mid-sentence. We'd be pitching ideas back and forth, and Kathy, who's supposed to be writing these ideas down, suddenly put her pencil down and would say something like, and what if he didn't get the girl, but instead he got the dog?
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much, John Williams. We speak your name, my friend. Chef Eddie checking in for $5. Lauren, what is your take on Disney ending the High Republic in Star Wars? Also requested the Glom Gold casket clip, which I have right here.
Olsen, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it.
I like people requesting clips.
I know. I love that.
I enjoy that. Thank you, Chef Eddie.
So I was actually reading some of the comments there, and it sounds like there were some people that were actually reading this series and sort of enjoying it. I was not one of them. I'm amazed they actually let this series go for as long as it did. But they planned 3 phases. To my knowledge, they got 3 phases done. I'm hoping that its end heralds something better, potentially the end of an era is my hope. I do think that Disney and Lucasfilm are beginning to do some reassessment of what they've been doing this entire time. Not that I think that means that they're going to fix this thing, but acknowledgement of a problem is the first step in maybe trying to correct it. So I think it does deserve to be buried. That's my take.
I agree with you. I hate the High Republic. The only High Republic adjacent thing I've ever enjoyed is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the Cal Kestis video game, because it deals with High Republic remnants.
Yeah, I didn't complete Survivor. The
Really?
High Republic, no, I didn't. I had some issues. My computer at the time was long in the tooth and not dealing with trying to play that game very well. I've since replaced it, but I haven't returned to the game, so I never did finish it. But
I'm replaying it right now. What were you saying, Lon? God.
The High Republic stuff did annoy the heck out of me because it didn't feel right. I didn't like it. I love the first Jedi game, but that one wasn't working for me.
I liked the game. I liked the more customizable way. I would have liked some more planetary exploration. I wish they tried to do like the open world thing, like what they did with Outlaws, but actually made it work where you actually fly the ship and stuff like that. Like I've always wanted that, but Outlaws just did it so terribly. But it's definitely better. The thing that I enjoyed, it wasn't like some terrible event happens at the beginning of the game and now Cal has to relearn all his force powers. Like, no, I like that you start knowing everything you knew at the end of the last game and then you just build on it from there. Wizard, you were about to say something. Have you played that game?
Oh, I quite enjoyed the Jedi Fallen and Jedi Survivor games.
Me too.
Like what you were saying, Marvin, with the whole, it plays upon the High Republic without like diving too deep into it. Like it's if you don't know anything about High Republic, you could appreciate what Jedi Survivor was doing because you don't need to know anything about High Republic. It's just here is a time where the Jedi would have been active. It doesn't hurt Old Republic lore, even though they did enough damage with the Old Republic lore themselves in Legends. And it doesn't hit on anything with the prequels. It's kind of an innocent, harmless entry in Star Wars. So I appreciate it for that.
I really liked the combat in it. I thought the double-bladed lightsaber stuff that they allowed you to do in that game was fantastic. Why'd you just hold up a clown?
I was trying to show it to Trish. It's a killer clown from outer space.
That's awesome.
I was on mute because I don't want you guys to hear like clack, 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 and so then I was just like not but that's
Well,
amazing.
So, what was it? I like that you were able to actually dual wield the two lightsabers in this one, as opposed to it just being a single attack like it was from the last game. And I liked the lightsaber blaster combo stance. I thought that was pretty cool. I never used the cross guard. I never used the Kylo Ren saber.
I'm, I approach these things from a lore perspective primarily. And one of the things that I did like, a sequence that I loved in Survivor, and I think you're probably going to push back on me this, Marv, because I know you really don't like when you deviate with force powers. I like that they have made the Night Sisters distinct. And there's that whole teleportation sequence with Marin when you're trying to escape. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yes.
That I thought was an amazing sequence, and I had a lot of fun with that. So you give me those kind of big moments in a game, and I really enjoy that.
Oh, the way like diving through the green portals and like flying around through. I really enjoyed that.
Well, you did. I thought that would be one of the things that annoyed you because prior to that, my take on what the Night Sisters was doing was that they were not actually teleporting. I always thought it was more an illusory thing where they were messing with your mind, and to have it be actual teleportation, that pushes what I like Star Wars to do. I always prefer the force powers. To me, should always be, they give you a slight edge. They're not a superpower. And I feel like where a lot of authors get things wrong is that they keep pushing it bigger and bigger. And that's why a lot of people ask me, what do you think of The Force Unleashed? And it's like, they're fun to play, but I could never accept them as canon. It's too much.
It's a fun power fantasy. It's a fun power fantasy. Walter Tomaszewski for $1.99, Power to the 199 says, yay, Nolan will be here. Nolan is my hero.
You're my hero, Walter. Thank you.
Someone needs to check Walter for a head wound.
Hey.
But Chef Eddie for $5 says, Trish, I finished season 1 of Supernatural as you ordered. So far, it is really good. Great recommendation. Awesome soundtrack, too. Trish, are you bullying the audience into watching Supernatural?
Last week,
Well,
Chef
you bullied
Eddie,
me into it?
Because I didn't bully you into it. You would have known if I bullied you into it. You wouldn't have taken this long if I bullied you into it.
This is true.
But he mentioned that he had the DVDs, and I was like, you have to watch them. So I didn't mean like you have to watch them. It's just you gotta watch them. So it wasn't really in order, but it worked. So
all right.
Yes.
I don't think he's at the racist truck, and he's close.
I've not gotten to any racist trees.
When you see Route 666, my friend.
Oh my goodness, what is this? All bee booty bees and bacon with big bees for $2 with another fantastic avatar. It says women fear Sydney Sweeney.
I don't.
We will talk about Sydney Sweeney here tonight.
Is that Sydney as the Matrix of leadership?
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
That's kind of awesome.
That is kind of awesome.
Nolan, do you have many of those?
Well, actually, I do have a second one, but it's kind of lame in comparison.
I like that one. It's very crude.
I feel like we're tailgate for Sydney Sweeney. No, that was
Nolan, can I get you to take that second one to a political rally and just have that as your picket board?
Yes.
You and Cumia, member for 10 months, says, who is interested in seeing Naked Gun? Me. I am. I actually think it looks really funny. I've heard from people that I trust that it's very funny. I like Liam Neeson doing comedy, and I really like Seth MacFarlane comedy. So,
and Pamela Anderson's back.
And potentially dating Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
That's what I care about this movie.
Yeah,
I know, right?
God bless her. I hope she can withstand the
Lee.
Look, from what I've heard, Tommy Lee has got nothing on Liam Neeson.
Yeah, you seem to know a lot about Liam Neeson's.
Listen, I'm not saying it's big, Trish. I'm saying it's the reason why hurricanes have a hole in the middle of them.
Well, what I have is a particular set of skills. If you are cervix, I will find you, and I will kill you.
An Evian bottle and not the small one. That was how it started, because an actress had said that it was an Evian bottle and not the small one. So
I'm just saying, never in my life did I hear any of this. So I would love to know where you're trolling around finding
I mean,
information, private information.
I've heard it's so big.
He trolls around.
Just remember, there's always a bigger fish.
I don't want to hear more about Qui-Gon's lightsaber.
That's better than mine.
Keep your concentration here and now where it belongs.
I just got back from telling my children to quiet down. What is going on?
Marvin has regaled us with tales of Qui-Gon's Yeti thermos.
I brought up Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson probably dating, and it just
Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman used to do a podcast called Hollywood Babylon. I have no idea if they still do it. But the end of it was literally just they would read audience submissions of Liam Neeson's is so big that it has a knuckle or something like
what
that.
Is this Match Game?
Yeah, no, they would send it to the whole website for people to make submissions.
It's like Chuck Norris memes.
Don't use that word in conjunction with the topic we're talking about.
XJ Cherokee Bear for $2.99 says 2 more and then it will be Hollywood Squares. I have been pitching this for forever that we need to get a full panel on like one of Pro's streams or something like that and actually play Hollywood Squares with the audience.
Can I be the Paul Lind Square?
I'm
Who would I be?
clearly
What square am I right now?
Betty White?
Am I? I'll take that. I'll take the Betty White square.
You gotta rock those subtle dirty jokes though. No one's
the wild man of Yavin checking in for $2. Good to see you here, man. I hadn't seen you in our chat before. Says Lauren knows that he has made it when he is to John Williams. Lauren, John Williams greater than Lauren. Lauren greater than my SC.
South
Carolina. South Carolina. Okay, and there's a make.
Is it? I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. It's probably not South Carolina.
There were a lot of thoughts going on there, so I was trying to weave them together. But John Williams checking in for $4.99 says, "Wait a second, go away, fake wizard. Only I can bully Nolan."
Impossible, John. I love your music, but you can't stop me.
Can't stop, won't stop.
And then I gifted 5 Tooney Town TV memberships because Tooney Town Wrestling got one of the 20 gifted memberships earlier. So I felt like I had to get back.
That's political corruption.
Yeah. Andre Adams for $9.99 says playing Jedi Survivor right now. Salute, Wizard.
Let's go.
Salute.
Let's go.
Rabbits and Reels for $4.99 says, yes, I saw the Zootopia 2 trailer. Still cautiously optimistic about it. I don't want to come out of this movie as mad as you were after Superman. I will say, Rabbits and Reels, after I saw Superman a second time, I softened on it. I still don't like it, but I understood more. And I like it. After seeing Fantastic Four, Superman seems way better because that movie was putrid crap. But I did see this Zootopia 2 trailer, and I was not put off by it. I like the first Zootopia. Go ahead, Kevin.
On the Instagrams, I saw an image of Galactus stretching Pedro Pascal, because that's not Reed Richards. And it looked horrendous.
It looks that horrendous in the film. Yeah.
Does it really look that terrible in the theaters?
It does.
Wow.
Careful with the phrasing.
Wow.
Oh.
Lauren, have you seen it yet?
No. I wanted to go last weekend, but ended up pressed for time, and so I haven't. After hearing everybody talk about it, I'm sort of reconsidering. I'm not sure I want to go see it now.
Martin, have you seen it?
Not yet, no. My kids are asking to go, but...
Wizard?
I have seen it.
What'd you think about it?
I am as mixed on Fantastic Four as I am on Superman. They are 50-50 movies that everybody is either, I hate it, it's the worst thing that's ever been made, or this is the greatest thing we've ever seen. And I'm like, no, these are just middle of the road, mediocre movies, the lot of them. And yeah, I think it's all blown out of proportion.
I would have agreed with you about Fantastic Four being middle of the road. until Sue Storm shoved Galactus across the city with the power of her mommy powers.
I saw that on Instagram too, and
I didn't hate that.
So embarrassing. I was embarrassed for the movie. I have to say, it was embarrassing.
I'll tell you why I didn't hate that. There was
tell me.
consequences to it. There was she died. It killed her, and Sue Storm is an Omega level threat. So, like, for them to do that, she would have been the only one strong enough to attempt that. And could it have been harder, and could they have played it up a little bit better? Yeah, but it did kill her.
You know what other movie that Sue Storm exerted herself to such an extent in the battle against, a cosmic level force that she died? Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Which they lifted it directly from, and the Johnny Storm Silver Surfer chase up into space was also Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah. No,
only this time Johnny wanted to bang her.
People are calling it First Sex. I call it Death March.
Yeah,
it is Fantastic Four Death March.
And we'll get to that, guys. We'll get to that. But first, we like to start off each show, and we're gonna get to the rest of your super chats later, guys. Like I said, we do break for $50 or more. But we like to start off each show by asking everyone what they are watching this week. So, Kevin Apollo, what are you watching? / what are you playing on video game wise?
Oh gosh, I don't really know. I haven't really been watching anything other than Mountain People Behave Poorly.
This week on TLC.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like a TLC reality show.
I kind of thought it was. I'm not gonna lie.
Are we talking about dwarves?
I wish.
Now we needed a Tolkien dwarf TLC show, like Jersey Shore meets Middle Earth.
Oh, good God! So not watching
straight from the Hobbit, straight from Hobbiton.
Straight out of Hobbiton.
Jersey dwarfs would be like Joe Pesci. I just see him as the head of the clan.
That's it.
Hey,
Pasta
fazool! Long bottom leaf.
Pasta fazool.
I watched the Starfleet Academy trailer and
okay, I'm trying to remember the name. The name of the Deep Space Nine bioengine.
Yes, the Femhadar.
Yes,
Femhadar played by Strong.
I saw that and just
that black woman. Yeah. It's that kind of a show.
So, do you think that the changelings got the Jem'Hadar addicted to Ozempic, and now that they're off of it, that's what's happening?
Probably. We've cut their supply of Ozempic.
Oh my goodness. Trish, what have you been watching?
Judge Judy.
I love still her. On?
They post episodes or like cases on YouTube in parts. So a lot of times I'll just let them build up because I know once I watch one, I want to watch like 50. And so I had let it build up for a bit. And I've been watching Judge Judy. And, when we were younger, I think a lot of us thought she was mean. And like being older now, I look at her and I'm just like, she just had no patience for how colossally dumb people were. And I don't blame her. I find myself getting frustrated at them. I'm like, oh, I understand you completely.
Lauren, what have you been watching this week?
I haven't really had the time to watch much. I would like to relay that there was a day that I went out and I had to pick up a microphone and some cherries.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Oh, God.
Born. Look how tickled with himself he is.
He's laughing. So proud. He's so proud of himself.
So proud.
Oh, my goodness. Wizard, what are you watching this week?
I wish I had the time to see more things, but I did find the time late last night to go see Together in theaters, the new horror movie that just came out. And it was something. That would be the best way to describe it. It was something. I have a real bone to pick with Hollywood. Why is every single thing that's coming out now, why does it all have zero rewatchability? It's like you pay this money, you see something in theaters, you're like, well, hey, that was an experience that I never care to relive again. And that's how I would sum up this film.
That's a fantastic point because I've noticed that a lot with movies that I've been seeing over the last like 5 or so years where I'm just like, I never have any desire to watch it again ever.
Yeah, there's no rewatchability for anything being made now.
Yep.
I noticed that when I finished watching Logan for the first time. I'm like, I don't ever
Yup.
want to see this movie again.
That's a good one, Kevin. That's
Thank you,
exactly it.
because everyone glazes that movie and I cannot stand it.
But he died with his heart in his hands.
Oh my god! I cheered while Deadpool desecrated the corpse of Logan, because I got lost a couple times because I'm like, I don't remember this movie at all because I've only watched it one time. I cannot stand that movie. I thought the movie was paper thin. I was like, why do you have the Reavers but you don't have Deathstrike? Why isn't this Sabretooth? Why is it some weird Wolverine clone? Like it should be one of his major villains if you're telling a final Wolverine story.
And if it was going to be a
Fox
Wolverine
franchise
clone, sorry, I was saying.
Oh no, I was gonna say because the Fox franchise and the Fox franchise is awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
and I don't want to hear that Deathstrike was in X2. They don't care. I don't care. We just lost Kev.
And Nolan. Oh no, Nolan's still here.
Nolan's there.
Can I derail the conversation for a minute?
Sure.
One of the things that I was talking to my dad about here a couple of days ago was I'm actually seeing some movie trailers that are actually getting me excited for some upcoming movies. Is there anything that you guys are excited about coming up here in the future?
I would say Zootopia 2. I was like, wow, I do want to see that. I'm excited to see Naked Gun. I am kind of interested in seeing this new Predator movie.
Yes. I've got 3 that I'm excited about. One of them is The Naked Gun. One of them is called Americana. And the third one is the remake of The Running Man. Have you guys seen any of those trailers?
Yeah, I saw the Running Man. I didn't see the Running Man one.
Oh, you need to watch it.
Some people are saying, I saw Tyler Galzinski in the chat said Mortal Kombat 2. I'm not letting a good trailer fool me because that first Mortal Kombat movie was garbage. So, unless they suddenly decided to tell a story and they're actually going to have a Mortal Kombat in this, then...
But they do seem to show Mortal Kombat in the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but like we're skipping ahead to the second Mortal Kombat tournament with Shao Kahn in it, which I don't like. The Shang Tsung tournament is important.
LK mentioned one that I forgot to mention. That's another one I'm excited about, and that's Nobody 2.
Oh yes,
Nobody. Kevin saw Nobody.
Nobody. I'm super excited for Nobody 2.
I'm a little nervous about the vacation theme. That's not the direction I was expecting them to go, but they earned my excitement with the first movie, so I'm really looking forward to go see that one too.
I know it's not a I know that it's not a movie, but well, you know what? I'll get to it when I talk about what I'm watching because it connects to something that's coming up. So, Nolan, what are you watching this week?
Nothing too crazy. I've mostly been doing a lot of editing work and prep for TGP, but when I have had some time to listen, I've been listening to a YouTube channel called The Comic Lads. It's really chill. It's basically 2 nerds, they're good friends, and they just talk about like iconic comic book storylines, top superhero outfits, underappreciated villains. And every time I listen to their videos, I hate the fact that I'm always at work when it happens because I just want to geek out to like Kevin or someone and just be like, tell me all of your comic book knowledge, tell me everything. But it's nice to get a little bit of spirit of nerd culture when the Hollywood stuff doesn't even resemble it anymore, particularly like with Fantastic Four and Superman. So it's nice to get a little bit of a refresher with that.
Yep. Martin Stone, what about you, sir? What are you watching?
I actually haven't been watching much this week. I've been writing a white paper on data analytics.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been continuing my Supernatural watch. The Bloody Mary episode, like that was a thing that terrified me as a kid. Like if somebody started to say Bloody Mary into the mirror, I would like run out of the room. Or Biggie Smalls. South Park reference. You ever see that episode of South Park when they say Biggie Smalls in the mirror and he appears?
Oh,
Yes.
No.
Oh no, they do the Bloody Mary thing, but they do it with Biggie Smalls, and Butters is like Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, and he pops up and he goes, "What the f?" and he starts shooting. Please don't ice me, homie. Oh, it's a phenomenal running gag with Butters and Biggie Smalls. But the so I'm on the 7th episode, I think. It's the one that has
Bulldog.
The one with Bulldog from Frasier. Yeah, I'm like halfway through it, but I stopped because I have been watching Peacemaker for the first time. I had never watched Peacemaker before. So it's for work. I have to watch I have to watch Peacemaker season 2 when it comes out. And so I need to watch Peacemaker 1 first. I'm actually really digging Peacemaker. I mean, it's very James Gunn. I mean, it's just language and nudity, and it's basically like it's a continuation of his Squad film, his Task Force X film, which I don't love.
That's what he loves doing.
But it's better than that. It's way better than that. Like I really think John Cena nails it. I cannot get around the idea that Amanda Waller would take her fat daughter and put her in the middle of a save the world mission with no training.
Yes, that's James Gunn for you.
And like the story is good, so I've been able to overlook the things that make me go like just because there are a lot of like progressive lectures in the show.
It's very heavy-handed.
Yeah.
James Gunn doesn't know what a libertarian is.
Mm-hmm. But the show was good enough and held my attention enough where I wanted to keep watching. Like I enjoyed the characters. I was able to kind of overlook it. I'm in the last episode now. I had to stop for the show, but we just got to the point where Amanda Waller's fat, untalented daughter picks up a gun and just starts going ham on people with no training. And I was about to be like, this might break this show for me. But I really like Peacemaker. I like what they did with Vigilante. I even like James Gunn's wife. I think she's great in this. I really like. I'm digging the show, and I'm excited for the second season because the plot of the second season appears to just be he's trying to get out of the Snyderverse, and that's something that I can get behind. Essentially, the plot is Peacemaker Rick Flag Sr. is trying to kill Peacemaker for killing Rick Flag in Corto Maltese in the Squad. And so the Peacemaker finds the DCU, essentially the new Superman canon, and he's trying to escape into that universe. So I'm all for that. I think that's going to be fun. I've actually been thinking about watching Creature Commandos, but I don't know if I want to check myself for that.
No.
Is it bad?
It is unforgivable.
Really?
What's so bad about it?
It is everything he promised it wasn't going to be.
No way.
Right out the box, you got a bunch of simpy incels. The characterization of Cersei is just all wrong. It's terrible. It's terrible. I would rather spend my day cleaning the bathroom at an Indian food buffet.
Oh, no way.
Oh man.
I don't want to watch it now. I haven't seen it yet. But like Kevin, you've set the stakes very high.
Yeah, you seriously have. All right, guys. Well, time to start getting into our
I was
Kevin, no.
Did he freeze? I wasn't sure if that was
freeze frame.
Am I back?
Oh yeah, you said
You're
I
back.
was live, and then you froze.
Everything was gone.
Yeah,
I was beyond livid 5 minutes into it, and then forced myself to get to a second episode. And I was like, "Can I be wrong?" And then got to the third episode. I was like, "I can't do this to myself. I do not want to be on high blood pressure medication."
Right. Right. Well, guys, the first thing I want to talk about is the Fantastic Four. There has been so the media is trying to tell you that this movie is the greatest success that Marvel could ever achieve, and Marvel's back, baby. But when you actually look at it, you're not seeing a success. You are seeing a mid movie doing mid-level box office. So what we saw, a 42% dip from Friday to Saturday, which showed signs that this is a new term that people are starting to use for these opening weekends, is front loading, where the first 2 days, that Thursday, Friday, gets all the hardcore fans. They all come out, and then there's no casuals that want to see it. And that Marvel's strength used to be the fact that casuals really wanted to go see it. I have friends that have never picked up a comic book in their life, but they love the Marvel films. So you see here, it says it kicked off with 24.4 million on Thursday previews, which was great. It blew Superman's Thursday previews out of the water. Superman had 22.5, they did 24.4. This propelled Friday's total, including the previews, to 57 million, marking the second biggest opening day of the year behind Minecraft. Initial projections then hovered around 120 to 125 million for the 3-day weekend, but Saturday brought a reality check as earnings dipped to 33.2 million, a 42% drop. Which now, if you look at other Saturday drops, I did some research into this. Superman got a 33% drop from Friday to Saturday. Deadpool and Wolverine 36, Captain America: Brave New World 32, and Thunderbolts just 22. So the Sunday estimate. So essentially, what happened after that was Fantastic Four lost to Superman in opening weekend box office. That's both domestic and globally. So I mean, what we saw was essentially Fantastic Four had a box office. Let's see where I list the actual figures. 118 million domestically over the 3-day weekend, and Superman made 125. So it lost big time there. And then globally, it was closer. I think it was Fantastic Four did 218. That's actually been adjusted now to 216. And Superman made 220. So it fell behind Superman, a movie that people seem to be enjoying. To each their own. I did not like it very much. But guys, does this surprise you? Let's go, Kevin Apollo. What do you think?
No one cared about this movie. I'm sure if we took the time to do a Google Analytics over the last 6 months, the first two Fantastic Four movies had more traction on it than Fantastic Four. I'm not shocked this happened. Yeah, fine. You got the curious folks who ran out, and the people who just are masochists and will put themselves through anything will run out on a Thursday. I've noticed that especially on Instagram, they must be churning out a ton of money to get shills excited for anything that comes out these days, because the shilling on Instagram is it's awful. It's awful.
Yeah, I know.
Shillstagram. So I'm not shocked it did well on Thursday, and I'm not shocked it did okay on Friday, and then fell off a cliff on Saturday because word got out. And honestly, I walked through. I walked when I was in the mall today. Yesterday, I was walking through and I walked past the AMC, and I saw Pedro Pascal on 3 posters, and I'm like, that's one poster too many. People are going to start revolting. It's too much. It's too much. And sure enough, you look at this box office, it's too much. And then you look at Twitter. Twitter finally caught it to where we've been on the Pro Show for the last 3 months.
Yep. Wizard, what do you think? Is this surprising to you?
I don't know if surprising is the word that I would use. Fascinating, maybe. We've been talking about it for, God knows how long. Of the audience is going to get tired of this. The audience is going to get tired of this. And then, but you could also insert any topic into that of superhero fatigue, Oscar Isaac, bad storytelling. Like, the audience is going to get tired of this. And then for, I'd say the last 7 months, we've all been really talking about, like, which one of these movies is going to win. And it's just fascinating to me to see this, like, front loading phenomenon. Like, I didn't think this was going to happen this way, like, so fantastically, to use the correct term here, I guess. But we're seeing it in video games as well. I mean, we're seeing front loading now happening. Like, the general audience is fading away. I talk about this in my videos all the time. It's, you have the super fans that do whatever the corporations say. Then you have the detractors who are saying, no, it was better before. And then in the middle, which is the majority of people, is normal people, just general audience members. And they're bored. But they're bored with everything. It's not even just Fantastic Four. It's not Superman. It's not superheroes. They're bored of everything. They'd rather sit at home on TikTok than go see Superman. And that's insane to me.
Well, you know, you were talking about gaming, and I remember like when Dragon Age the Veilguard came out. Remember, like, that first day, it kind of like exploded for like a day, and Paul Schraer made that like go woke, go top of the charts, huh? Yep. And then it just plummeted.
Something I think is interesting about these backlashes that start is that the public seems to have a threshold that everybody kind of arrives at simultaneously, and it's uncoordinated. It just happens. They'll tolerate something up to a certain point, usually way past the line, because people want to be tolerant. They want to give grace, I guess you would say. But when they've had enough, and they stop completely. And we're seeing this play out in multiple different venues, and that, I think, is an interesting phenomenon that's probably worthy of study, because, like I said, I don't think there's any coordination going on. It's just like the big indicator, I think, was Budweiser. That was when that went down. It was like there was no mistaking the signal that was being sent.
Yep. 100%, Lauren. You are 100% right.
Have you ever heard the term preference cascade?
Preference cascade?
Yeah, it's where like public opinion seems to be behind something, and then it falls off a cliff, and public opinion is then exposed to be something else entirely. The preference cascade is you've reached a point where everybody's just kind of tired of sort of pretending.
Right.
Like in politics, if somebody builds up enough momentum and everybody can go, all right, I actually do kind of like that guy, that's where the preference cascade begins.
Right. That makes sense. That's a good way to think about it. Trish, do you have a horse in this race?
You know what? Superman, because and this has nothing to do with what people have been talking about Pedro Pascal. I'm just sick of seeing Pedro Pascal. Sick of seeing him. Just go away. Yeah. Go away. Like, it's one of those, I wouldn't miss him, but it's like, how can I miss you if you don't go away? Which I feel like
Jim Cornette.
I feel like that about Marvel. I can't miss you if you don't go away. Like,
well, Marvel's about to go away, though, which is an interesting thing, because we are about to be a year and a half without a Marvel theatrical release.
They need, honestly, I think they need more than that. Personally,
the next Marvel release is Doomsday, and that's not until December of next year.
Daddy Doomsday.
We're gonna get to that. Don't worry.
Disgusting.
We're gonna get to that, but just continue. Don't worry. We'll get there. It'll be our next story after the box office discussion. But on Monday, we saw a huge dip for Fantastic Four. The film earned 10.4 million domestically on Monday, and they waited. If you guys were watching the pro show on Tuesday, we were looking for this number, and they were holding it back. Every other movie, even the Smurfs, had reported in on their Monday box office, and Marvel was holding Fantastic Four back. We found out why, because it earned just 10.4 million, falling short of Superman's first Monday, which was 12.9 million. That's a pretty massive dip, a massive, and Monday dip is not something we've ever really talked about before, but I mean, it's definitely a thing, you know, especially when you compare, you know, Superman directly with Fantastic Four, because they were normal Mondays. They weren't holiday weekends or anything like that. So the Monday dip was huge. And then just today we reported on the fact that the projections for this weekend are looking pretty dismal. Fantastic Four this weekend is expected to see a 60% drop, which when you look at Superman only saw a 53% drop. Now, typically, a movie will see a blockbuster film will somewhere between 40 and maybe like 55, 56, 57. A 60% or higher drop is a big red flag. Now,
I was going to the only time you see that when it's not a giant red flag is when the movie made like what $506 million its first weekend. Like what?
Yeah,
like this movie made no money, and this should be coming out on Prime in 2 weeks. This is how bad this is doing.
It's not doing well. So yeah, guys, what do you guys think? 60% or are you going higher? Higher?
I don't know.
I think there's a chance it might go lower. It might be if word of mouth gets out enough that people like this film. I think you might get 55% at the best.
Is anything coming out this weekend?
No, Naked Gun. But Naked Gun's only expected to do about 15 mil.
Which is wild.
For an R-rated, for a low-budget R-rated comedy, that's.
I think that might surprise those people.
I think that's setting a low bar so that they can crow about how much they bring in. That sounds to me like they're.
People want comedies too. Like, where did the comedy movie go? So I feel like it's refreshing to see one, you know.
And like you said, the word of mouth actually seems to be pretty good on it, which surprised me a little bit. I think that they're setting low expectations so that they can crow about it on Monday. That hey, look what we did, and I think that's good. If it's true that it's good, you're going to get repeat business too, because people have been starved for comedy.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it was somebody who said that was going to be the marker of Hollywood knows they've screwed up, is when we get an actually good comedy back in theaters. A genuinely funny, you're going to be laughing comedy. That's the indication that Hollywood knows they've gone too far. So if this is it with Naked Gun, I mean, hey, I'm cool for it to be Naked Gun. Although I wish they didn't remake Naked Gun. Like, I wish they hadn't done this way. But if it's good,
it's a sequel. It's not a remake.
I was gonna say, right? Isn't it?
Soft reboot.
Isn't he
soft
playing
reboot? Yeah,
the son or something like that?
Yeah, he's playing his son.
Yeah.
And my favorite joke in the whole original trailer is OJ's character's son in the Hall of Fallen Heroes.
Yeah, the Hall of Fallen, where everyone is sitting there like promising their parents they'll do better and how much they love and miss them, and you go to OJ's son, he's like, nah. I wish they hadn't given that away in the trailer, but I feel like you had to, because it was such a laugh out loud moment that I think that joke alone will pull people in the door. But again, look, when you give Seth MacFarlane something that he's passionate about, he knocks it out of the park. Let's be real. He has not written Family Guy in probably 15 years. So, Family Guy notwithstanding, the Ted series on Peacock is one of the funniest shows I have watched in a long, long time. I mean, that show had me crying laughing. Ted was great. The first Ted was great. Ted 2 was not great because they forced him to do it.
Had great moments though.
Yeah, no, it does have great moments. Like Modern Family Guy.
Is that the one with Liam Neeson and the Lucky
and
Charms?
the tricks? Yeah, the
tricks.
Tricks. I've been led to believe that these tricks are primarily for children. You understand that I myself am not a child.
We got to work on your Liam Neeson a little bit.
I know it's not great, but I really liked A Million Ways to Die in the West.
That was fun.
That came up because Culture sang the Mustache song. Was it on your show, guys? Yeah. Was it on Late Night with Every Thought That Comes into Culture Casino's head?
Oh, God, that was so funny.
I thought that movie was really funny, except for that mustache song. Seth MacFarlane, or look at the Orville. He wanted to make Star Trek. They wouldn't let him make Star Trek, so he went and made Star Trek that is so much better than what Star Trek is currently doing.
It's the actual successor to Star Trek, not Kurtzman, not Kurt Streck. I really hope that he cracks the code for Revenge of the Nerds
Mm-hmm.
I understand he's struggling with it. I do think that the brilliant move would be to, tell a modern story where the nerds are the bullies, and have it be older geeks and the jocks having to come together to defeat the new nerds. But
that would be funny.
He's been working on it for a little bit, and I really hope he cracks his code, because if anybody's going to do it right, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
Have him
Also-
skewer modern entertainment by having it be the celebrity nerds who are the bullies, and then the real ones have to come and
reclaiming
reclaim the
nerddom
title?
from the fake nerds. Yeah. From the bully
Yes.
nerd, the woke nerds.
Yep.
But yeah, absolutely. All right, we've got some super chats to get to. Forever Runner 199 says, "What is Short Bus Gandalf doing here? I will not let you talk about Nolan that way."
Hey,
what is going on?
I don't know, but I feel attacked for Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan. Nolan, you better not take that, buddy. You got to stand up for yourself.
Honestly, if you feel attacked for Nolan, that's his fault.
That is Tyler Galasinski, member for 10 months, says High Republic had a good villain and stakes, but still disappointed. There was no Sith in the series. It could have added more interest to this. Well, you couldn't have Sith. It was during the time period of the Bane and Night Sith, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the bulk of the show is 100 years before, or show.
Before the Sith
The
come
bulk of the
back.
series is 100 years before the Phantom Menace. So yeah.
Yeah, you were knee deep in Darth Plagueis at that point, and no Jedi could. And this was the problem I had with the Acolyte, was that no Jedi that sees a red lightsaber can make it out of this series, because the Sith have been extinct for a millennia.
Well,
So
I think the Nile were kind of set up to be this marauding Viking force that is challenging the Republic, and there was I don't remember what the sort of plant-based weird kind of monsters were called, but I think the theory was that the Sith were secretly going to be driving this, and it sounds like that didn't happen. So it's just another missed opportunity. They're trying to make Star Wars something it's not.
The Yuuzhan wrong. Basically, they were trying to recreate the magic of the Vong, I think, and it never came together. I love the Yuuzhan Vong, and you know this, Lauren. We've talked about it before. I think that they were a fantastic foil for the Jedi. But I gotta go back and reread those books. Michael Steele for $5 Canadian, probably not the Michael Steele you're thinking of. There were 3 doors, a dinosaur, an S, and a girl boss. I chose wisely the dinosaur. I'm talking about Jurassic World, I believe, Rebirth.
Not to go too blue here, but that super chat just reminds me of that old subliminal message thing from YouTube back in the day, where it's the Superman Returns poster, the Aragon poster, and the X-Men Last Stand poster all next to each other.
Absolutely. JJ Gosling, member for 2 months, says, "Hey panel, thanks for the entertainment. Not been to the cinema in over a decade. Marvin, I posted a Joker Yoho on Twitter." Oh, good, because I've been trying to find the Joker Yoho for forever. So I'm gonna have to look for that. Did you tag? I hope you tagged me in it, JJ, because make sure you tag at Marvin Montanaro in that. But our favorite Yoho is still. Rest in power, brother. Which, by the way, if you guys did not see our Hogan tribute on Tooney Talk Wrestling this past week, it was one for the ages. It was probably one of the best shows we've ever done, I think. Anna Barnes for $5 says, "Marvin, don't forget Spider-Man Brand New Day will come out July 31st, 2026. So yes, no Disney MCU until Doomsday, but Spider-Man will be street level." Yes, that is correct. I forgot about that because it's Sony, and because I was really expecting them to move Brand New Day back into 2027, because I assumed, because it was originally coming out between Doomsday and Secret War, that it would have something to do with the story between those two movies. But I guess I'm wrong. So, because they would have announced that. I think tomorrow they're actually supposed to show the new suit.
That's the rumor.
I like all the Spider-Man movies. I'll make an exception for that. I know it's not like Disney Marvel, but I like all of them. That's probably one that I would see at some point. You know,
you know what I
would
you know what I
actually go
found
to that.
what I heard today when I was looking up I was researching an article I was doing on box office, and I found out that China the reason why Spider-Man No Way Home did not release in China was that China wanted the Statue of Liberty cut out of the movie and Sony wouldn't do it. I'm like, it's the climax of the movie. How do you do that?
President Pooh Bear does not like the Statue of Liberty. Therefore, the Statue of Liberty must be removed.
I was going to make a Pooh Bear joke.
I just CGI in the Great Wall.
But it's the entire climax of the film. There would have been no way to get rid of it. I mean, I assume Sony's objection to taking it out would have just been how difficult it would have been.
President Pooh Bear does not care about your difficulty.
Well, the movie still made almost $2 billion without China. So
I don't understand the China thing to begin with, because they keep half the money anyway, and that's if they're feeling generous. What is the point?
I'm low-key convinced that there's a money laundering scheme involving China and movie releases.
Allegedly.
Doesn't low-key serve as allegedly?
Wait, hold on. Chef Eddie says the best Tooney Talk wrestling episode was when Marvin was away and Kevin was in charge and it went off the rails.
Yes.
What happened?
That was the Howard the Duck one.
No, that was this show. Not he's saying Tooney Talk wrestling.
Oh, Tooney Talk wrestling. I'm sorry. I just assumed it was Howard the Duck.
Did you have an off the rails episode of that while I was gone?
I don't think so. That went relatively fine.
He might be thinking of the one here that went completely off the rails when I tuned in from a cruise ship and saw Lou doing limericks. And I was like, what are you doing?
Hey, at least that one stayed on the entire time.
Yes, checking in from the Caribbean Sea as you guys were watching Howard the Duck and getting the stream shut down.
Just the last 2 minutes.
Wasn't that the one where Kevin got dropped and none of us could end the stream?
Yes.
Lou was the one where Marv was away. And then the other Howard the Duck one was like the one where it dropped out, where I think Kevin was gone for a while and the three of us were just stuck on the screen and we couldn't pull anything up and it was just a mess.
I had a gas leak and couldn't actually control the feed.
And none of us could. So we're just like, so what do you want to talk about, guys?
You couldn't pull up any clips or anything? Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. Let's get to our next story here. And that is, we're sticking with Fantastic Four right for the moment because we got to talk a little bit about Pedro. I'm sorry, but it's the thing we have to talk about. So, hey, look, I had to research this article, and this article took years off my life.
I'm done with him.
Because I had to go through the entire touchy timeline of his handsy history. And I was shocked. Like we know that he's all over Vanessa Kirby in every interview, just short of cupping her buttocks every time that the two of them are within arm's reach of each other.
That we know of.
Yes. Here, take a look at some of these.
She seems to be all about it, though.
Look at did you see his hands on her pregnant belly?
If I was a gambling man. If I was a gambling man, which I am not, I would say Disney told them to do this.
Sorry, what were we saying, Wiz?
If I personally think that Disney said it was okay for them to do this because they've been doing it the entire time, and I think it's my gut reaction, but wicked. They're trying to normalize that. It reminds me of
how Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande.
It's the same thing.
But like this has like the overtone of just sensuality over it, whereas Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo just looked like they were clutching each other for dear life. Like I think because maybe their combined body weight can keep them rooted to the ground, but like if they weren't holding hands, a stiff wind might have actually blown them into the sky.
Yeah, the wicked people, they were hanging on to each other for warmth.
Yeah. Hold on, we got more.
And I'll tell you folks that
Defoe's wife. Here, check this one out. Look,
I love this one.
No, I have not seen that.
You never saw when he caresses Defoe's wife?
I've never seen that one.
Hold on, I think I might have a better
Show
one.
it again.
And the change on Defoe's face reminds me of the where he's having the dialogue with his own evil self in the original Spider-Man movie.
Yes. So this is Defoe's Hollywood Walk of
statue and buffoon.
You let him make out of you. But this is his Walk of Fame ceremony, and this is what Pedro did.
Oh,
look at that face at the end. He has to smile during it because this is Hollywood's golden boy. No one is allowed to call him out for his behavior. And plus, it's the Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. You're in front of the press. He's not going to knock him out. Right? But like, come on, guys. He clearly did not like that. Watch it one more time.
Wow. Why is he so touchy? This guy's so touchy.
You let that mustachio and buffoon touch your wife.
And she had that toothy grin that doesn't touch her eyes too.
But now the one that I was really disgusted by, look at this. That's him with 19-year-old Bella Ramsey. And everyone's like, it's because they have this paternal bond, father and daughter. And I'm like, I have never seen a father hug his daughter like that.
Like a child.
Like he's the child. Like,
yeah.
Somebody do the green line test on this picture.
It's
Kevin knows what I'm talking about.
I that reference went over my head.
It's a green line test. It's chat could look it up later.
Okay.
It's nothing bad.
Look, here's more of it. She's caressing his face. Like, this is a 19-year-old. He's 50. Of course, the Sarah Paulson, we went over that one. Defoe's wife. Now, Dakota Johnson, he never groped her in public, but he did do the whole thing where he told her to go start a adult subscription page. And then, of course, Vanessa Johnson, anytime he gets anywhere even slightly close to her, the two of them just become,
Vanessa
entwined
Kirby,
with one another.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Vanessa Johnson.
Oh, Vanessa Kirby. I combined Vanessa Kirby and Dakota Johnson.
So this is why I was saying clearly it must be over, because Twitter lost its collective mind on Pedro Pascal's grabbiness this weekend. I believe it was trending most of the weekend.
That's why I wrote the article, because everybody was talking about it. Like, it was just like, all right, so let's examine this.
It's like, where have you guys been? We've been calling this out for at least 90 days.
Well, it keeps happening that way, doesn't it? Well, Pedro also apparently can't help himself, especially when it comes to politics, because we saw Pedro high-fiving Eben Moss-Bacharach over him saying he wants to, essentially throw certain people into space, and they use the code word that they like to use for a certain orange man. So let's see that.
I have a new clip for you to pull.
What's that?
It's Willow, Dark Willow, going bored now, because that's what I always think of with this stuff. It's just like, I don't even get angry. I'm bored. You're boring me.
So he high fives him there and he goes F and A. Like, come on, man. Like, are you guys trying to make sure that nobody goes to see this movie? Like, why would you do that? And look, there's nothing wrong with wanting to harm actual fascists, because actual fascists are, a major threat to freedom. But we all know what they mean when they say that. They don't mean, they just mean other Americans, essentially.
It's not even a complete high five. It's a slap and hold, which is uncomfortable.
Yes, well, there's that. There's two. It cuts it off there, but yes, there is two.
Give me a solid 5.
But as my good friend Lou Wasserman's ghost might say, it gets worse, because another part of Pedro's busy week was calling Robert Downey Jr. Daddy Doomsday, as the internet has finally seen enough. So,
leave Robert Downey Jr. alone, Pedro Pascal. Yes. Please stop.
He was asked about working with Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday, and he said, he's delicious. It's loads of fun. Stop. He's Daddy Doomsday to all of us.
You know what this makes me think?
What?
You want to know how I got this scar?
Oh. I just like the daddy stuff has to stop. I saw I had to highlight a great tweet from one of my favorite people. Where is it? Right here. Nate from Mr. H Reviews goes, gross. Stop using the term daddy. You're like 60, mate. I added the mate. That's what he usually would say. But
I want people to stop using that word in that kind of context.
Yes.
Period.
Yes,
end of sentence.
Stop. Yes.
I don't get it. It makes my skin crawl. I'm not gonna why I don't need anything father related anywhere near anything like that ever.
Well,
Like,
we know Pedro has super daddy issues because his father was just a notorious crook and scumbag who fled after he ripped off a lot of people.
Didn't he do stuff with embryos?
Well, yeah, but not some of the stuff he's been accused of online. That was actually a different case around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he
allegedly, I guess I should say.
So you know what, guys? He just look, if you guys are ever thinking, if you have young kids and you are thinking about doing something untoward that's going to cause you to then flee the country in shame, remember, this could one day become your son.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Word to the wise, gentlemen.
I
Don't do it.
Lauren, right at Lauren, because I figured Lauren's just gonna be like,
it's not even a tasteful clip.
No.
It's time for your summer sizzle.
Yeah, I'm not playing that on this channel, obviously.
Maybe Pinochet didn't move quickly enough.
Let's see. So in the wake of all of this, Pedro has also now claimed that he will not be the leader of the Avengers in Avengers Doomsday. Did you see that? Like they had to I feel like they had him specifically say that that's not the case. I think because they're starting. I think they're starting to realize how deeply unpopular he is. Well, it might be the case, Trish, but the script's not done. They've only been filming it for 4 months, but they don't have a script. We learned that. It came out as a rumor a while back, and Kevin Feige was like, "We have never gone into production without a full script." Well, at Comic-Con, someone asked Rebecca Romaine, "What's going on with Avengers? Are you done filming?" And let's see what she had to say.
Oh, there's no sound.
Oh, no sound.
No sound.
So they asked her if she'd wrapped her scenes, and she said, "I'm not quite sure. The script, they haven't finished writing it. It's been delayed." So that's not just plussing the way Kevin Feige tried to say that what was happening behind the scenes. That is, we don't have a finished script if the actress doesn't even know if she's wrapped yet or not after 4 months of filming.
Oh, can we really be shocked? This is how they make movies at Marvel now. They've been looking for a while.
I mean, is anybody else? Wizard, what do you think about this? Starting a movie without a full script and because they started filming in April. Principal Photography started in April, and they apparently still don't have a full script.
So I keep thinking of that, and I don't understand. There's almost $1 billion at stake here with how much money Disney's going to spend on this. Fantastic Four was not the setup. It was not the queue up that not only Marvel but Disney needed Thunderbolts underperformed. Captain America underperformed. The Marvels underperformed. I don't even remember anything from 2024 that was remotely Avengers related. I mean, your Deadpool and Wolverine, but that was not an Avengers film. That was ending the Fox films. And that's how everybody processed that film, was wrapping up all the X-Men stuff. So, like, there is no setup going into this. You know, when phases 1 through 3, each film was setting up into something else, but it was still a completed, satisfying experience with each film along the way. But we always knew it was going to Thanos. All roads led to Thanos, even if it jumped back in time or it went to space. It was like, this is all going somewhere. And how they went into everything past Endgame with no plan. I don't understand how they did that with the amount of money at stake. I don't get it. So this is a terrible idea. Whether there is a script or not, I don't know, and I don't care, and I don't think anybody else does either.
I can tell you how they did it, because Kevin Feige had nothing to do with the first 3 phases. He just jumped in and took all the credit. It was Favreau,
I think that's too far. He was a producer. And his talent is in production.
Yeah, but his greatest contribution to the story was, we should kill Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man in the opening fight with Thanos. To everyone's bewilderment. Kevin Feige is not the guy. He is a mega grifter. You can say what you want about Avi Arad, but you know, his Spider-Man films were successful, and Feige got the glom a little bit of credit for it. People were in love with the fact that Jeff Johns was the comic book guy. So what did Feige do? He pretended he was the comic book guy while Jeff Johns was fashionable. Then what happened? He didn't need to pretend to be the comic book guy anymore. And then he just said, we don't need the comics to make these movies. Do whatever nonsense you want. His biggest contribution to the franchise thus far has bringing in as many untalented Rick and Morty writers as you can fit into a room, and then make excuses for why you're getting diminishing returns. This guy is a fraud's fraud.
Yeah, and wasn't it James Gunn who was actually partially responsible for the phase outline? Like, as of Guardians 2, didn't he outline part of what the rest of phases 2 and 3 would be, if I'm not mistaken? And he was supposed to be the backbone of phases 4 and 5 and onwards, but then after he got fired, he just took all that and went to DC. I don't know if he's doing anything good with it, but you could tell there is no leader at the helm there, and I don't think the Russos are gonna. There's too much riding on this, and it's gonna be it's not necessarily a financial flop. It's gonna disappoint people.
Oh, I forgot actually. The first thing he did was drive Jon Favreau insane and drive him away from the universe by making Iron Man 2 a commercial for everything else that was coming out, instead of the story that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, guys, not everyone is mad at Pedro Pascal. There's somebody out there who is defending him and saying that you all are being too mean and overreacting.
Nolan, what did you do?
No, it's our old friend Simulu. As ex-users
screaming.
As ex-users slam Simu Liu for seemingly defending Pedro Pascal amid criticism over his Fantastic Four press tour behavior. Simu Liu said, manufactured hate for someone simply because they're experiencing a moment of extreme visibility, i.e. a press tour they're contractually obligated to do, is really effing boring. Now, of course, he never mentions Pedro in the post, but X went nuts on this guy because everybody knows what he's referring to. So let's see. We have a couple of reactions. I think I have one from this guy named Fake Wizard who said, Simu, did it. Problem. I'm sure no one is going to talk about it anymore. This certainly won't draw even more eyes to the situation. Good job, champ.
I was going to say, hey, I tweeted about this.
Oh, I know.
Do you know what he makes me think of?
Everything.
He makes me think of, stay out of it, Patrice. That's what I think of with him.
Yeah.
Like,
nobody asked you, Patrice.
Yeah, it's stay out of it, Nick Lachey from One Tree Hill. I got those conflated. Yeah, nobody asked you, Patrice, or stay out of it, Nick Lachey. Both are appropriate. Just who asked Simu Liu to shut up? They asked you to chime in.
Well, he has to chime in all the time. He has to be involved in every cultural conversation. So we saw. So Fake Wizard said that. Lorena Creole said, "Mid-looking Asian male feminist pissed. No one is paying attention to him, so he's all in on Pedro's groping of women."
Dang.
My Nerdy Home said it's called professionalism, and it was nowhere to be found. Maybe carry a fidget toy in your pocket instead of an emotional support actress.
Do you remember when Simu got really, really upset over boba tea? Oh, there's that tweet over boba tea.
Jay, Drunk 3PO, our good friend, saying, "How's that boba tea?"
So ridiculous.
Lauren Masters says, "I kind of agree if he ever did this around men, but I never see him grab them." And then Kata over here says, "It's not manufactured if everyone is having the same reaction, guy." I mean, what did Simulu think he was going to bring to this conversation?
The power of righteousness.
Well, no one's been talking about him, so you know.
Captain Cultural Appropriation, by the way, who made his big break in Hollywood by being a Chinese Canadian playing a Korean.
Captain Cultural Appropriation.
You know, well, I didn't hate Shang-Chi. I didn't hate it. I thought it was like mediocre. I thought the choreography was awesome. I refuse to watch that movie again because I can't stand that guy. I can't stand him. I won't watch anything he's in. Like how bad could you be where you've made the audience hate you? They won't see anything you're in.
Well, I mean, and I know Marvel was pissed at him because China, I think, was ready to have this movie come out. And then he said something about China and they were like, nope. So
President Pooh Bear does not care for your fake Korean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's an entire other universe out there where Shane Black actually understood the character of the Mandarin and used him correctly in Iron Man 3. And we don't get Simu Liu Shang-Chi.
That would have been nice.
I actually liked the way they did the Mandarin in Shang-Chi. I like Shang-Chi. I thought it was a good movie. I saw it more than once, actually. It was probably the last Marvel movie other than a nostalgia film, like Spider-Man No Way Home or Deadpool and Wolverine, that I actually legitimately liked.
Yeah, I didn't think he was bad. I'm just saying that Shane Black was dancing around that first, and having a post-War on Terror Mandarin would have been a very interesting player in the Marvel universe.
Just some fake wizards background. They're the same picture.
We're full screen, so I could play with it.
You've actually got Stanley in the background doing his crossword puzzles. I love it.
Yeah, and he moves every so often. You'll see him move.
Yeah, this is Stanley Hudson. Jim Halpert is a menace. Kevin and I were actually just talking about The Office the other day because we both try to get our wives to watch it, and our wives both have this same affliction where they can't handle cringy things, like secondhand embarrassment. So I tried to get my wife into. I was like, "Look, I'm going to show you the worst that it ever gets, and then we'll go back." And I showed her Scott's Tots. I threw her in the deep end. And
I would have started with the dinner party.
Oh, Scott's Tots is worse than the dinner party. When they're dancing around going, "Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true."
The dinner party with the TV is legendary.
The dinner party is amazing.
I can't get Sarah past the pilot. The second he tells the Chris Rock joke, she runs out of the room.
Well, that's the second episode, I think, isn't it? That was Diversity.
Dundies.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dundies had me hooked. Was that the third episode or something?
The Dundies is the third or fourth episode.
The Spicy Curry Award. I was like, I lost it.
What does that mean? Spicy Curry. It's just an award. They are what they are. Yeah, but why'd you give that one to me? Also, this is bowling. This is a bowling trophy. They didn't have any more businessmen. I love that show so much. That is one of my on in the background shows that I could put on. It's that, Family Guy, and Parks and Recreation are my on in the background shows.
30 Rock and Community are mine. I miss both of those. I thought they were good at the time. You try to watch 30 Rock now, and you're like, ooh, these.
I never. I
not have worked now.
I never watched 30 Rock.
30
hold
Rock.
on.
It was great.
Great. 30 Rock was great.
We have to pause because Mike Glass gifted 10 Tooney Town TV memberships. Thank you very much, Mike Glass. Oh my goodness, the generosity here tonight is so amazing. You know what? I've got to play a clip. I think there is some action required going on.
Action required. Action required.
Yes.
And then, well, you know what? We have to check the power level of this audience here tonight. But he does look like Goldberg, though, doesn't he?
Well, now that Hulk Hogan's gone, we need a new Nappa.
Oh, you would have cast Hogan as Nappa? I would have always made it Goldberg.
Think about it. Vegeta, brother. It would have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Actually, would
just look at his Suburban Commando armor. It's blue and yellow and white, and he's Nappa.
Kevin,
I was frozen.
Did you watch Better Off Ted, or am I making that up?
I loved Better Off Ted.
Okay,
That was a great show.
There you go. I knew it. Oh, Martin saw it too because we were talking about it. It's LK in the chat was asking me if I saw it. I was like, I haven't, but I'm pretty sure Kevin loved it. So
I loved that show.
The show where they put in special sensors to turn everything on, but it can't recognize dark skin colors is so funny. They end up installing separate water fountains.
Do you remember, Kevin? You used to be on that wrestling show that like it was filmed. It had to have been filmed on like someone's dad's handheld camera from like 1983, because when you came out, the lighting was so bad. It was just eyes and teeth on like a black background
and American flags.
Yes. Oh, you and Ezekiel Jackson.
Snake eyes.
You and Ezekiel Jackson. It looked like in a Bugs Bunny cartoon when someone turns out the light. Oh my gosh. All right. You know what? I think we're gonna get Lauren back because we're gonna have to talk about Sydney Sweeney in a minute.
Oh boy.
If he was there, I figured that would bring him right back.
I believe she posted a video where she cried today.
I think that was AI, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
There was an AI video.
There was definitely an AI video.
I haven't watched.
I'm assuming there are a lot of
video.
AI Sydney Sweeney videos.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my.
Well, let's get a couple super chats out of the way first, though. Cannon Barnes for $2 says the Japanese are our allies. And then XJ Cherokee Bear for $2 says Pedro Pascal equals Dan Schneider.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. I don't mean to derail the conversation here, but my kids were watching Nickelodeon shows, especially Victorious and that salmon cat thing.
Yeah,
and
Ariana Grande.
I would be. I'm like, is it just me? Like, am I reading this wrong? Why are we always talking about needing to pee on stuff? And why are there always so many feet chokes? And why is there always a pickle hitting some girl in the face? What's happening? Why am I so uncomfortable? 8
Dan
years
Schneider.
later.
Yeah. Dan Schneider.
Who knew Dennis from Head of the Class was such a pervert?
The other one, the one who's like the head of all of the studios that was on Head of the Class, maybe.
Yeah. So you know what? Everybody always the thing everyone always says about the Pedro stuff with all the touching. They're like everyone that these women are always smiling. They're always reciprocating. I'm like, yeah, they probably smiled when Harvey Weinstein put his arm around them in public too, because they knew they had to.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If nothing else, you're thinking I got to be professional, right? If nothing,
you got to be
else.
professional. Well, Vanessa Kirby, I believe, gets something out of it because she reciprocates it. Like she's all over him. But
Yeah.
like Sarah Paulson, like he just wraps her up. And I know they've been friends since like the 90s, but like my goodness.
I think Dakota Johnson's a better example because to me, she looks like unamused by it.
I think Dakota Johnson is low key trying to like get the word out about him without actually saying it, because she keeps telling these stories that paint him in this horrible light. but she says it with like a laugh, like, oh, it's so cute and harmless, and that's how the media reports it. But I think she's like low key trying to be like, there's stuff going on here, guys.
Do you remember when she called out Ellen
on
her own show?
Yeah,
Dakota Johnson is the diva slayer.
Yeah, I did invite you, Ellen. So great.
I think if Pedro Pascal falls, like if his reputation, if there's somebody says that they make him uncomfortable, or he makes them uncomfortable, if something comes out about him, Hollywood collapses. They have bet everything on this guy. Every franchise has this guy. Every movie has this guy. And it's one thing. It's like the audience doesn't really care for him anymore. There's still enough of a normie audience that is still there for him. It just depends on the property. But if his social credit score falls, Hollywood done. He's the last bastion of hope for Hollywood, and somebody's got to keep him in check.
Disney has, I think, like something like $3 billion worth of box office just wrapped up in this guy. So that's why no one's allowed to criticize him. It's they've got too much, but now I think he now knows that he's untouchable, which is why he's getting more brazen and more outspoken. So yeah.
The slippery slope is here.
I may have said this last week, but the Pedro Pascal thing, I don't think it's unsurvivable for Hollywood for him to collapse. I read it sort of like the 2013 Jeremy Renner explosion, where he was just in everything.
Yeah.
But Jeremy Renner didn't make anybody uncomfortable.
Yeah,
he's thoroughly likable, but for some reason he was in a movie every month.
And Samuel L. Jackson and Morgan Freeman too also had those periods where they were in everything. But again, they never rubbed people the wrong. Yeah, they never rubbed people the wrong way. They were popular.
No, they always
there
rubbed
is
people
the
the right
whole
way.
daddy thing. They got to put that word on everything. The extreme political charges. The creepy touching. There's too much.
The nails.
Bad. Yeah. There's too much bad press on this guy.
My thing with him is, it's like he plays both sides of things. Like he feeds into both things to me, and so he's got this thing where he'll be either on a red carpet or like where they do like the press junkets or whatever. It's just like a revolving door of interviewers, and he's always asking women to see their nails because he loves like manicures, I guess, and he always wants to see women's nails, and it's a little like it's one of those things. Like once, if he would have been like, "Oh wow, you have like really interesting nails," you're like, "Okay, fine." But there's a montage of him doing it at least like 5 separate times, and he's just
that's got to be a thing for somebody. So
and one of them, he said something like, I can't remember if it was like, "Oh come on," or something like. I don't think the interviewer was like, "Oh thank you." Like I think she was just kind of like, like that's a little weird, but so we know what he likes.
Yeah. That black bear for $5 says, "Don't you dare compare my species to that man, Apollo." Talking about President Bear.
Would never besmirch bear kind with that.
And then all bee booty bees and bacon with big bees with an avatar that has Pooh Bear, Glom Gold, Sydney Sweeney, and the screaming Australian lady as the Fantastic Four. I love it. It says, "We are the Fantastic Bacon."
That was New Zealand, wasn't it?
New Zealand, though. Whatever. It's the same thing.
It's the other.
Don't let the Kiwis hear you say that.
Yeah,
they both have shrimp on the Barbie.
They're all the way on the other side of the earth. It's they can't get me.
Did anyone ever watch Flight of the Conchords?
Yes.
And how they were from New Zealand, but everyone kept calling them Australian, and they had to be like, "No, we're from New Zealand," like every time. I loved that show.
All right. Well, speaking of it's funny. I think what you said, like things he likes as men. I honestly think he plays that up so that he has a excuse to be able to touch women like he's harmless.
I just think he tries to appeal. Personally.
I think that would be diabolical if there was an even more of an act in there. Oh no,
he's
proven that he's a very good actor, surprisingly. So I could definitely see it. Go ahead, Mark.
We've also seen them. We've also seen them though we've also seen him snuggling with Oscar Isaac. So,
we have, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, speaking of desire, the absurd uproar over Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle jeans campaign when a simple pun ignites outrage. Clever wordplay is a staple of fashion marketing everywhere, yet American Eagle and its latest denim campaign featuring Sydney Sweeney has spiraled into a bizarre online frenzy, with some commentators labeling it as problematic for reasons that stretch far beyond the ad's intent. Launched in July 2025, the promotion centers on a retro-themed video where Sweeney showcases the brand's jeans against a vintage car background. The tagline, Sydney Sweeney has great jeans, cleverly nods to both the apparel and a homophone for hereditary traits, aiming for lighthearted fun. But weirdly enough, guys, the internet didn't take it as lighthearted fun, or at least, very loud, very, look, the people that maybe there aren't a lot of them, but a lot of them do take up quite a lot of space.
And I'm sure they all look very similar.
Yes.
A lot of them take up quite a bit of mass.
Seth and Rings unite, form of purple-haired bison-back beast.
You got there, Kev.
Yeah.
Well,
way to
self-edit,
buddy. Way to self-edit. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. They put an attractive woman on an ad campaign, a popular actress who doesn't have any issue with sensuality and the male gaze. Yes, Kevin. What?
That's the problem if you didn't notice.
Yes.
She's attractive and she doesn't have a wang dang and her BMI is under 60. So, it's all problematic.
Something else, though, is that she strikes me as somebody who's actually laughing a little bit about her own fame. She seems like she's just having fun.
Yeah, she's in on the joke most of the time.
That's something that I think is missing from all of our entertainment, is that we're not allowed to have fun anymore. Fun itself is problematic, and that's why the campaign works. It's like, you're so shocked to see something like that today. It's like, look, sure, it's juvenile, but this is every male's fantasy. A beautiful woman who's working on her car, slams the hood down, gets into it, and roars off in a trail of dust in the ad. It's like, well, that's everything that I want. So, it's just...
Well, they're pulling from two different ads.
Yeah.
They're already done, too. So it's not even like... You know what I mean? It's like, this has been done already, too, that you're getting so mad.
To your point, Lauren, I think she's extremely self-aware about what's going on. Have you seen the post she's been making of her doing the oil change, all the types of she got with Jeff Bezos, I think, here recently, trying to get was it a lingerie brand or something going? I can't remember what the business deal was.
He's funding her lingerie brand, I think.
Yeah, and she's trying to do some work, I guess, in film and stuff like that. She's aware of her image, and she's playing to what her fans actually want. Unlike Hollywood, who seem to think they're better than everybody else, and we're going to push whatever we want on you and still pick the show up. I think Pro had a $1 million point on this the other day where he said, if this was Zendaya, these people would not be freaking out like this.
Of course
because
not.
She's prettier than a lot of these people, most people actually, and she's a white girl, and that's a problem to them.
Remember last year it was Beyonce, and the commercial was stunning and brave. Beyonce with her blonde hair and Sammy Sosa skin affliction, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I think that this is what the other side misses, is that it's actually not really about her beauty. It's about the fact that, as corny as this sounds, it's the personality. It's the fact that she looks like she's having fun. And it's like, let's forecast ahead 50, 60 years from now. She's not going to look like she does now, but if she continues to have this kind of personality, I could see her as being like a future Betty White, that everybody loves her because she's funny and she's got a great personality. That's the secret sauce that they're missing. It's like, what's sexy is when you're fun and you're not so not so self-righteous that you're trying to shove your morality down other people's throats. That's just, you're a killjoy. You're a scold. We're tired of being scolded. Stop it.
Daddy is here to take the T-bird away. No fun for you.
Mm-hmm. It's just so basically what they're trying to say is that she has great genes, which is something you used to just say when somebody was pretty, like those fantastic genetics. It's like you used to just say that normally, but now they're saying that it's some kind of Yahtzee dog whistle. Like they're trying to connect it to Khan Noonien Singh level. Kevin loves when I make that reference. Yeah. Eugenes, I guess is what they're trying to say.
In retrospect, American Eagle should have seen this coming and just prepared another slate of ads to run like as soon as people started making that comparison with a traditionally beautiful black woman in it, but in black denim instead of blue jeans, and could say my jeans are black, the way Sydney Sweeney says my jeans are blue in one of those commercials. Would have caught everybody off guard.
Mm-hmm. I actually think this is American Eagle's genius for what they're doing.
Yeah,
and them being silent in this whole thing. Let everybody explode and talk about it. This is brand geniusness, and we're gonna see probably more brands do things like this.
Yeah,
because
so Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, court attention at all costs, and that's what this brand is doing. And there's that clip that's floating around now of Sydney Sweeney allegedly crying. I don't know if that's real yet. We haven't looked into it, but as long as the brand doesn't make some kind of stupid bogus retraction apology, like a bunch of wusses.
They already pulled one video off the internet. So
did they?
Yeah, that could have been a soft intern. Don't Joey Swole this. American Eagle.
Joey Swole.
Yeah,
no. American Eagle you're gonna make a lot of money doing this thing. I mean, look, it's the same as Nike running the ad with what's his name? The football player, the guy that took a knee.
Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Same thing, but it's flipped around. It's the other side because nobody gives a crap about the guy at he was the big deal at the time. Court attention at all costs, and that's what Nike did. So that's
the
same thing we played to the other side.
Do you remember Chris Pratt's non-apology apology? If American Eagle feels like they have to do anything, that's what they should do. He released some statement before a movie came out that was it was basically, I'm never apologizing for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry that I'm never apologizing.
Something like
so it's funny because you were just talking about with Chris Rock. I was watching a bunch of Chris Rock clips, and I was like, I'm shocked the left has never made him apologize for this.
Really?
Yeah,
because he's got a shield.
Well, it was because it was a smidgen too far back. Kevin Hart got in trouble because it was the statute of limitations wasn't up yet. And Chris Rock has a little more juice than Kevin Hart did at the time. So
and also Chris Rock wasn't trying to do presentation shows or award shows.
So because if you do ask certain comedians, they will tell you that they don't actually understand how Kevin Hart got famous. So there was a little bit of a humiliation ritual in there too. So
what I like about this is that I feel this is the same way for the movie studios, is that when they're all walking in lockstep, it's really hard to break the wall. But the first one that takes the step forces everybody else to adjust. And that is what American Eagle has done here. They got so much bang for their buck on this ad campaign. Their stock went up. I think they said it was like 17%, which is enormous. That is a tremendous bump. And everybody else is now going to be yelling at their marketing departments, why are we not doing this? That's the turn. That's the thing you're looking for. And the first movie studio that starts doing it, that's going to cause the change here as well. That's why I'm kind of excited about those movies I was talking about earlier.
Right. So now I've looked into the Sydney Sweeney crying clip. So this looks like it's a clip from 2021 that people are trying to say is her today.
Booyah.
Good
That's
research.
great news.
That's all right, Aaron Chief.
So yeah, that literally took me 3 minutes to find, guys.
She
So
doesn't strike me as the type to be
like
crying about it. She
well,
really
her
doesn't.
her and American Eagle are all just kind of like, nope, we're just letting this ride. And
They're all in on it then.
Well, the
God
American
bless 'em.
Eagle stock, like Laura said, their stock shot up. It's like there was a fake American Eagle like response going around today.
It was clever.
It was really clever, and I was like, I know it's fake, but if it was real, I would go to American Eagle right now and buy a full Canadian tuxedo. Like it was so good. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, all that matters is the reason the Dylan Mulvaney thing crashed and burned the way it did was because people freaked out about it and didn't buy the beer. So if all of these purple-haired obese weirdos that are freaking out about Sydney Sweeney because she's hot and in an ad campaign, as long as people go out there and buy those jeans, as long as they don't, the company doesn't crash and burn the way Bud Light did or Jaguar did, you're going to see more of it.
But like Sydney Sweeney and jeans makes sense. Like Dylan Mulvaney pushing Bud Light, like what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
How dare
that's
you
the
be
difference.
mad that an aesthetically pleasing woman did something that men like to do? How dare you? That is not stunning and brave at all. Look at my stupid Ferdinand the Bull Stepton ring. I'm going to get 10 neck tattoos. I'm stunning and brave. Oh, you idiots. You get what you deserve. The American dream is back because there were two of them. There was success on your own merit, and if you're a man, it was a beautiful woman with big mommy milkers doing something cool. Boom! It's back, baby. Deal with it. Uggos, piggies, go take your cloven hoofs and go back to the back of the bus where you belong and take your weirdos with you. We don't want them no more. Sanity is back.
Did anybody notice how that went from Chef's dad to Alex Jones?
I don't know, but
it did. There was a subtle shift in there. Well, it's about that time that those Sydney Sweeney protesters I noticed was 7 stories tall and was a crustacean from the Paleolithic era.
I do declare.
I said, get out of here, monster. You ain't getting no tree fitted from me.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
And that's what marketing has been. The Bud Light thing was not about money. It was about sending a message, and the message came back to bite them in the butt.
But there you could see that's the difference between social media versus marketing. So the whole Sydney Sweeney thing, this is an actual marketing team working together to do something like we're gonna make a cultural shift. Whereas the stupid Bud Light thing, this is trending. Oh my gosh, you guys. And no, that did not work. That did not work because it wasn't talking to their target market anymore. It was just talking to the general audience on the internet. Like American Eagle has proven who they want.
What we should do is develop a video of our own for Canadian Pigeon that is doing the exact opposite. That is showing what their model would be that would be
Cynthia
culturally
Erivo.
appropriate. Yeah. And just let people
Cynthia Erivo.
You know, speaking to people on the internet, Regina Sharp just dropped to 50.
Oh my goodness, I did not see that. Regina Sharp checking in for $50, saying, sorry, I missed most of the show. Life impacted on the surface. Oh, and
Glom gold, glom gold, glom gold, glom gold.
my favorite running gag.
Because I'm Flint glom gold, and I always will be. I defeated Scrooge McDuck. We were on the same team.
favorite. I love it.
I love
Thank you, Regina.
It's the greatest remake of any because and I have been screaming this for years. The reason why it works is because it was made with love. It was made with a reverence and a deep love for the source material. Compare that to like Velma, which was made with contempt.
Yes, I think it also has one of the best portrayals of Donald Duck.
Yes,
he never gives up on his family, and like that's his whole thing. Even though he gets beaten up and exploded and shot out of cannons, but he never gives up on his family.
It's always about the boys. It's always about his sister. The bringing in Della was such a great move,
and they handled it well.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Very good writing.
When the lullaby that she sings to the boys is the moon theme from DuckTales NES, I was just like, you win. Take all my money. If like I know I'm not have to pay to watch the show, but I would.
And when Don Cheadle voiced Donald Duck,
yes,
those were great scenes.
Oh, fantastic scenes.
Goofy shows up in a dream.
I love the Storkules stuff.
Oh
yeah, Donald and Storkules, like that was always really fun. I mean, they brought up the whole Disney afternoon. You got the Rescue Rangers in there. You got a Tailspin episode, even though I didn't love that Tailspin episode. But Don Carnage, I mean, they made Don Carnage so funny. And don't even get me started on the Darkwing stuff, because when Jim Starling becomes Negaduck at the end of that episode, I was just like, this is the greatest thing that's ever been put to TV. And they had it. They were going to move forward with Darkwing, and then Seth Rogen came in and Seth Rogen'd it up. So
it was a good show, and I'm glad it had an ending. It didn't last for too long. It didn't overstay its welcome.
Lauren, did you change your hat because Photon Emperor said to change your hat?
That's exactly why I did it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to see she has that power.
He's a man of many hats.
He is a man of many hats. Lauren is a man of many hats. And Photon Emperor is dropping $100, saying $100 for the indie hat change, 100 more for Lauren doing a dramatic read of Highlander 2 script on the air.
Do it.
There is a limit to my accommodation, but up to 1,000 and we'll talk.
I'm sorry, the Tooney Town players reading Highlander 2.
Ramirez, my
Lauren. Okay, Lauren. What?
Could I read it cold, never having seen the movie, and just put my own dramatic spin on it?
What if you don't read it? What if you don't read it? What if we do a special episode where we read it to you, and that's how you watch Highlander 2?
Bring me in. I'm in. Let's do it.
I'll watch it just for that.
Oh my gosh, she said, I don't think YouTube allows 1K Super. She's actually considering it.
We're gonna make we're gonna make Sean's day. Oh my god.
We'll do it as a special episode. We'll find the script somewhere, and we'll just do like maybe a scene each week.
Look, can I tell you a secret? I've actually been considering doing something Highlander related, possibly for our show, Kevin and my show. I haven't settled on that yet, but I would say on this particular topic, doing a cold read without seeing it is more interesting to me than seeing the movie. So maybe we talk.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just saying you're stealing my bit, but it's fine. I'm kidding.
To make an offer you can't refuse.
Hey, you did the bit on our show. It's ours.
All right. But yes, we should just read snippets of it each week. Like, don't do the whole movie, because I think we could probably get in trouble for that. But if we read like a scene a week.
What I like about it is the idea that none of this makes any sense to me at all. And so the ability to just put a spin on it in complete ignorance, that could be fun.
That could be fun.
I think Lauren has to be Connor.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, probably.
The second
Well,
movie make even less sense.
I'm aptly named, so
Yeah. You're Lorne Connor McLeod.
New nickname incoming.
McLaurin, does that work? No.
The son of kings.
So, Chet, what do you think about this? What do you guys think of the idea of like a probably, as he's saying, a scene every week or so? How long would that take? That would take forever.
Yeah, but it'd be a fun running gag.
Better get started.
Disaster Piece Theater presents
Disaster Piece Theater. What a great name for it. We were already talking about, I think on a coming up show, we're going to do a super chat goal where if we hit the goal, Kevin and I will enact a Joker Batman scene that I am writing. So, and it's not going to be like for yuck yucks. It's going to be, I mean, we were talking about on Lorne and Apollo, us reading like doing an Indiana Jones script that Lorne wrote. Like there's so much we can do with this concept.
I did not actually think that people were serious about that. I was entertaining it as like, okay, this could be fun. But I think there's problems with actually trying to do it, in the sense that I don't think any of us have a recording studio, and I don't know if any of us have the mixing experience. I like the idea.
We just do it live.
You just do it live.
On stream.
Do it live.
No, you got to do sound effects. You got to have all of the background stuff too. I wouldn't want to do this unless it was
like
fully mixed.
Frasier.
Fully.
Nightmare Inn.
Look out, he's dog.
However, if somebody has audio mixing experience and the equipment in a way that they think that this could work, I'd be interested in at least workshopping it and figuring out if there's something that we could do there. But I feel like
because
Trish,
I'm
get
dying
right now.
I am dying to play an Indiana Jones villain. Like
Did I just hear my name?
Yes, so get Ryan right now.
let me give you a little taste, okay, of what I would
Photon Empress. Photon Empress has a lot of experience. So
let me give you a little taste of what I would want to do with an Indiana Jones story, because this was actually part of what I tried to do with Indiana Jones and the Fountain of Youth. Now,
lay it down.
One of the things that we had a problem with on that project was that I came into it when they already had sort of a plot that they wanted to pursue. But it's kind of like when you have people that are fanboys of a property, but they have all these ideas, but they don't make any sense when you put them together, because historically or in other ways, you're trying to force the thing to meet your vision without understanding how you make this work logically. Because it was involving the Fountain of Youth and started off in Bimini, part of what was interesting to me was how the legend of the Fountain of Youth actually came about. Where it came from was that you had missionaries coming and trying to convert the natives to the Christian faith, and they were talking about the River Jordan and the restorative properties of the River Jordan, and they took that as a literal story about a spring of youth that welled up within you. And then when the natives were retelling the story, they told it to the conquistadors and the people that were coming in, and it became this story of a fountain of youth that they then believed in and started searching for. So it was a great historical game of telephone. I thought that what would be interesting about that would be to work in a voodoo subplot, because voodoo was kind of touched on a little bit in Temple of Doom, but it was a different strain of it. And so the story that I wanted to tell in Fountain of Youth was that you had this German colonel who had this project that he was working on, but it involved this mysterious character called M that I had in a background of a cutscene. And one of the things that I loved was you had him in the demo at the climax. He's addressing all of his troops, talking about the threat that Indy was representing. And you had this mysterious man in the corner who is just a small, bald guy who's obviously a voodoo priest. And there's a moment when the lights dim, or actually when they come up after they've played this film, that you see his shadow, and he's got horns in the shadow, and his eyes briefly flash. And it was supposed to be one of those things where it's like, did I really see that? I would love to have a voodoo priest villain. But again, it's something you'd have to workshop for.
Yeah.
How would we do this? How does this actually work? So,
And you're going to need sound effects.
Yeah, definitely for that kind of thing. Something probably besides Taco Bell.
I was gonna say, was that Taco Bell?
Who played that?
That would be Fake Wizard.
I think we did Hell's Bell.
Thank you for that.
Oh my gosh. So I just got sent a Variety article, and the headline is Harrison Ford on if he remembers his iconic lines from the Star Wars holiday special. Quote, I've never seen it.
Of course he doesn't.
Yeah.
What a stupid question is that? Like, honestly, who thought to ask that one?
Variety, apparently.
Stop bothering Harrison Ford with these questions you know he can't answer and doesn't want to answer.
He doesn't want it. He doesn't care about answering.
Actually, I'm going to push back on that.
Harrison
Torture him with these questions forever, okay?
Grumpy
Torture
Harrison
him
Ford
with
is
these questions forever because he doesn't care, and he's made it clear how much he doesn't care, that he's willing to sell everything out to make all that money. So you know what? No, keep asking him questions and let him keep being a grumpy curmudgeon.
Get off my lawn.
I don't care. Yeah, we know.
Get
How did
the
it feel
F out
to
of my
shoot
house.
Greedo? I don't care.
I don't care.
My favorite. Get out of my house.
Get the F out of my
It's the
house.
best one.
Wait, was it David Blaine doing like street magic in his living room? He's like, get the F out of my house. Where we learned that Harrison Ford is terrified of magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He almost died in Temple of Doom.
And crashing a plane.
I was gonna say.
Wizard and Martin making it dark.
Always.
I want to ask you because I think I know that you wanted to put in your hat in the ring for the villain, Marvin.
Oh, I can't do a voodoo priest.
Well, it's like I want to know, Kevin, can you do a dark, low, not James Earl Jones, but can you do like a?
Would you want me to talk like Sebastian?
That's Jamaican.
Actually, hey, I kind of liked it though.
Beast. They don't know the difference.
No, you need Jonas for that one.
All
Jonas
right,
will do a rich, dark Corinthian leather of a voice for you.
Ricardo Montalban is a voodoo priest?
No, the Corinthian leather, not Ricardo Montalban.
I only want it to be the villain if it was going to be a Russian or a German.
Well, this would
Classic
involve
80s style.
you would still have the Germans. They're working together in my mind, but
in their bones.
So we'd still have probably a German colonel position for you if I chose to do that.
Fantastic.
All right, well, maybe we'll talk some more about this. I didn't think this was actually going to be a real thing, but if you guys are all into it, then maybe we'd have to figure it out.
I just think
Don't
it's a
let
cool
your dreams be dreams.
I'm gonna start writing. I'm just gonna start writing like little like script snippets to do on this show. That it's gonna be like 2 pages long of like if we hit a super check. Oh, because I ran out of like Joker like monologues to do. Well, I suppose I could do the Heath Ledger monologues.
You know, we should do a dramatic reading of Almost Got Him.
Yes.
One of my
threw a rock at him.
One of my favorite things I used to do at my old job was I worked for an internet service provider, and I was primarily responsible for email and email security. And one of my favorite things to do was dramatic readings of spam messages back before AI got involved, because they're so overwrought and so poorly written and so much fun to read. So that could be a thing to do too.
It's like Michael Shannon reading that sorority letter.
Yes.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, Martin had a phenomenal idea for us for Lamar and Apollo. Martin, you want to tell everybody?
I can't remember which one. I've floated several ideas for you, and
But
I thought they were all
it was
gold.
the oh gosh, it was the Craigslist Love Connect.
Yes. So
That's
Craigslist
right.
missed connections. Just read them on air and try to get these crazy kids together.
The I you know what, I just looked up like a Batman script that I had like just been writing like on the side. Just it's one of those Joker tries to goad Batman into killing him speeches, and I just found it like, then prove it, put me down right here, no cameras, no crowds, just you, me, and silence. It'd be easy, one strike, one broken rule, and then one less nightmare in Gotham. No more Arkham, no more escapes, just peace for both of us. Like, I want to write more stuff like that. I love stuff like that.
That's really good.
Nah, thank you.
No, Joker. We can't do that. That's not nice.
We can't do that voice.
That's not nice. I'm sorry.
I think the Batman line that I had written was, peace doesn't come through you. It comes after you. Or
I like
something
that's
to
not
that
nice.
There would be jokes in there on that line. There could be jokes. There could be jokes. I won't say them, but there would be jokes.
One thing I used to do, I used to read Jaden Smith's Twitter feed as the Macho Man Randy Savage. because hold on,
I spent the afternoon with the Macho Man one time. Actually,
I'm gonna steal this bit, but I'm not gonna do Jaden Smith's Twitter feed. I'm gonna find somebody else.
Kevin, did you and I just
That's
make
funny.
the same face at the same thing? Martin just casually dropping. I hung out with Macho Man one day.
Yeah, I've heard the story.
I didn't know this. Martin giggling.
I'll tell you later.
All right.
Oh man, I gotta.
But for super chats,
I'm trying to find a good Jaden Smith tweet to demonstrate what I used to do.
I can't remember which one it is. Oh god, it was so good.
Pull up the Simu Luke tweet again. You start there.
Hold on. Oh, let me find the Simu. Let me find the Simu Lu tweet because I want to. I'll read it as the Joker. Hold on. Here it is. Manufactured hate for someone simply because they're experiencing a moment of extreme visibility, i.e., a press tour they're contractually obligated to do, is really effing boring. Or Jaden Smith one I found was like, the moment the truth is organized, it becomes a lie. Oh yeah.
That actually sounds profound when you do it that way.
Yeah. If newborn babies could speak, they would be the most intelligent beings on planet Earth.
I like the idea of Macho Man Randy Savage as philosopher. Philosopher king. This appeals to me.
The more time you spend awake, the more time you spend asleep.
That makes no sense. Stupid. No sense whatsoever. That's actually impossible. The more time you spend awake.
No, it makes total sense.
When you're awake, your sleep your soul is asleep because you're awake.
No, you need to
It's
think
your
about it.
birthday, Mateo said. I didn't respond. Are you not excited to be 15? He asked. Reading my book, I uttered. I turned 15 long ago.
Did you say a whoa at the end?
This could be terrifying. This could be a horror movie.
The problem is the Macho Man voice shreds my throat up.
Oh, I want it to be a horror movie.
It could be a horror movie, especially with the whole 15-year-old kid thing that was built in there. That was 15 a long time ago. Oh, you were now. Oh, what are you doing?
Just tortures his victims with this.
Lauren's comment about Philosopher King Macho Man makes me want to hear like Soren Kierkegaard read as Macho Man Randy Savage, and maybe Nietzsche as The Rock. And
Nietzsche says,
yeah. Photon Emperor says that could be another bit. People could super chat a certain amount, and you read their X feed in a certain voice. If you look, that's gonna take like a 50 spot to do if you guys want that to request voices and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That needs planned.
Speaking of which, I think we've got some super chats to get to.
I do like this one.
Let's see. John Williams for $4.99 says she can't win. She's racist who hate her for not right wing, left not hate her for having Trump supporting family member / not afraid to acknowledge that she's got a big chest. Basically saying Sydney Sweeney is just unapologetically hot. Andre Adams for $20. 100% of the people that complain about Sydney Sweeney, the Sydney Sweeney ad have been attacked with a harpoon once or twice.
At Camp Crystal Lake. Because every time I hear about getting attacked with a harpoon, I just think of Jason Voorhees.
I think he meant whalers.
It's those land whales.
I know, but my brain goes to Jason Voorhees.
Regina Sharp for $5. Have someone do random sound effects like the sound effects skits from Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's really funny.
Thank you, wizard.
There goes another land whale now.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. One last thing that I wanted to talk about tonight, because I wanted to have Kevin and Nolan and probably Lauren and maybe even Martin just lose their collective minds.
Everyone but Trish.
You're not going to lose your mind about this. This is going to be nothing.
Point. He went one by one.
Star Trek Strange New Worlds showrunners want to do a year one follow-up series set on Kirk's Enterprise with, quote, the storytelling values we have today.
You mean none?
Why do you hate us?
So they got no show.
Yeah. So essentially, Strange New Worlds has one season left, and it's nonstop goal of just being what would be Joss Whedon presents Star Trek, because they've already done a musical episode and they've confirmed they're doing a puppet episode this year.
They put the picture of the puppet up earlier today.
Yeah. Oh, that was like last week they did that. So he said, we started having this idea of those great lost years that exist in all of our headcanon and ancillary canon, but have never really gotten much of a chance to be on screen. So what we tried to do is reach back to Pike's Enterprise and instill in it the kind of storytelling values we have today and bring us right into Kirk's first day of the job. And that's our hope. And that's our plan. And we plan to get you there. And if you like us enough, you just write, Dear Skydance and Paramount, we know you still have the sets. Don't you want to make Star Trek year one?
Burn them, burn them, burn them, tear them down.
Michael Burnham?
Destroy them.
Send it out with Spock's coffin at the end of Star Trek 2.
Dear Skydance, please rebuild an analog Enterprise set. Hire an entirely new set of actors, directors, creative producing staff, lighters, and then burn everything else down.
I've never really watched Strange New Worlds outside of like one episode, but I did see Pike and Spock in them when I was trying to watch Discovery, which turned me off to any and all Kurtzman Trek. So guys, have at it.
They don't understand, well, anything really. They could not possibly make an episode where Kirk has to reason through a military engagement the way he does in a season 1 episode where he's up against the Romulans. They don't understand what logic is, so they don't understand Vulcans. They don't understand the warrior ethos, so they don't understand Klingons. There's nothing that they get about 60s Star Trek. There's nothing they get about 90s Star Trek.
90s Star Trek. They just don't understand it. Period. I I do not understand the lavish praise that people dropped on Strange New Worlds, other than they are just so used to being beaten that the fact that that we got something moderately nice apparently was the greatest thing ever.
It's the bar. It's the bar being so low. It's what I keep saying about, like, when people are like, "Oh, this movie's great because it wasn't woke." Like, no, it takes more than that to make a great movie. It's why people are like, "Oh, the Fantastic Four is so good," and I'm like, no, it's just moderately less terrible than the rest of the slop we've been given. If I may interject the rant 1 second though, guys. Regina Sharp checked in with $50 saying, "So hear me out. Kirk is turned into a Klingon VTuber trapped in a universe where K-pop is country music, and he learns the true power of Coca-Cola."
Oh my
And it might sound
will this into existence.
I might
Shields up.
Well, you know, it's not really all that
last 10
crazy
years.
to think about it, because the tragic thing is that is still closer to a future Star Trek that could actually align with what the future is going to look like for our society than the schlock they've been giving us over the past 15 years or so. They completely forgot what made Star Trek cool. In the 60s and the 90s, it looked like you were watching the future. We wanted to have optimism about where our future was going. You don't have to agree with all the takes they had on the future, but at the end of the day, it felt like something that you could get a realistic idea about and have all those fancy elements and have a good time by the end of it. They are so stuck in Kirk's Star Trek, or the only thing they know about for the future is fancy tech and diversity. That's all they know about the future, and that's why they've failed Star Trek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't understand. They don't. First of all, they can't even pretend to actually understand why Captain Kirk works. They think of Kirk in the sense of everybody's caricature of the character, not the actual character. Listen, Next Gen had scientific advisors and military advisors. They took their understanding of structure so seriously that when Gene Roddenberry decided that he needed to give Wesley Crusher a promotion, they realized that it was something you couldn't do without the Joint Chiefs of Staff. So freaking Colin Powell showed up and did an entire ceremony so that they could actually give Will Wheaton the fake promotion. It's these, like, there are no advisors. Mushrooms make you travel fast through space. The apparently
time crystals.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we went from a temporal anomaly to time crystals.
To be fair, I think mushrooms probably do make you travel faster through space.
That's probably
and
Joe Rogan.
There's also a misunderstanding about Kirk because everybody sees him as a rule breaker because of the movies.
Yep.
But it's really only movies 2, 3, and 4 where he's a rule breaker, and that's only about a month of his life.
Yep.
Those movies are all back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch the original series, he is a by the book soldier.
Yes, ardent.
When does the Kobayashi Maru get brought up? Is that in the movies?
Second Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, it was created for the movies. I can't even. I don't want to pretend to want to rant about the Starfleet Academy show, but like we saw what the you see the psych evaluation that they go through in Next Gen. So like what Wesley goes through in the Next Gen versus this Zoomer Saved by the Bell in space is just I can't. I don't like. They have killed Star Trek to the point that no one even cares about it anymore. I was looking at the dislike ratios because it got ratioed to heck, but then it very quickly leveled off. And you could tell the few people who care said their piece, and now it's just idling, twisting in the wind, rotting away. She's dead, Jim, and she's been dead for a very long time. I just hope that Skydance gives her a funeral with dignity. Shoot her into the Genesis planet, and I pray, hope upon hope, that in 10 years someone comes along and goes, we might be able to do this better.
If I could present something a bit more optimistic, Photon Empress did just drop.
Yep, I just saw Photon Empress with another $50. So hear me on. Kirk is turned into a Vulcan VTuber trapped in a universe where the Borg are intergalactic movie stars just trying to get their big break via song, and he learns the true power of Coca-Cola.
This thing.
I would watch a Photon Empress Regina Sharp comedy duo.
Yeah, let's get these two kids together. It's like the Keymaster and Keeper.
Yes, yes.
I do want to go back to the musical episode, because something that's always bugged me is the Klingon K-pop stars when they should have done opera.
It should have been opera. But
wait. The K-pop thing is a real thing?
Yes, that's real. Yeah, you didn't.
I thought this was Photon Empress and Regina Sharp just spitting.
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah, that happened. But again, that would require an actual understanding of something outside of modern pop culture. Because the best thing about I would say probably the best thing about the 90s era was that there was at least an attempt to have the younger kids understand that there was culture outside of what was immediately in front of them. You're learning about Gilbert and Sullivan. You're learning about Gilgamesh and Beowulf, and you're watching ethical dilemmas play out. There is no thought, there is no rhyme or reason anything these guys do other than, oh, look at this shiny thing. Spock smiles. Spock has emotions. It's cool because Spock doesn't have emotions. Nurse Chapel's so hot, but she's also a lesbian. But don't worry, it won't matter because she also has a husband she doesn't have. Oh, look, Spock is with his wife. Everybody knows he has a wife, except for the fact that it was a big surprise to everybody. The guy who put bat nipples on the suit should not be writing Star Trek.
Amen.
Would you feel better if he hadn't written Batman, but then put nipples on Kirk?
I'm shocked he hasn't put nipples on the tunic yet. It's coming.
I assume Kirk has them. I just don't want to see them.
Well, so what? How do they do? What is the characterization of Kirk like on Strange New Worlds? Is it in any way authentic to Kirk?
I mean, the guy from Vampire Diaries tries, but the fact they got a little string bean, and it's like, first of all, Kirk is a man of action. He's fit, like he can handle himself. The guy from Vampire Diaries looks like he just. Remember you watch old Looney Tunes and they would make fun of young Frank Sinatra because he was so skinny and always in need of plasma? Like, he just looks emaciated. For $1 a day, I can feed this actor. I'm not intimidated, but he tries. He tries, but you can't shine a turd.
Okay. I mean, I've seen the guy that played Spock. I have not seen Uhura yet. And I heard they just put Scotty on the show.
Yeah.
So the only one they haven't done Bones yet, and they haven't done Chekhov. But give them time. They got one more season. I'm sure at least Bones will pop up.
Well, Chekhov doesn't show up until the second season of the original show.
Right.
Because what's his name? Sulu was off shooting Green Berets with.
And they haven't done Sulu. They haven't done Sulu yet either. I don't think so. They just announced an audio drama that's going to be Khan, like as in Khan is still alive. It's going to have George Takei in it.
No.
I don't know. It's an audio drama, so
Kurt's been tried forever to make this a movie. So,
oh, really?
I'll take the small favor. Now, I will say they did float around the idea of having Khan on TNG. It was supposed to be, if I remember this right, they decided not to do it because they thought it was a little too. They thought it would have made Picard a little cruel. They find themselves near the like in the vicinity of the Genesis planet explosion. And they beam something on board, and it winds up being Khan. It winds up being Khan, and then he wreaks all kinds of havoc, and they don't quite understand why Khan has survived. They Star Trek Science-y explain it, but then when you get to the end, when it's all figured out, the hook was that this was all an elaborate. It was all an elaborate holodeck thing. It was essentially Riker's test to see how he would fare as a captain.
Oh, okay.
So it's the climax of Enterprise.
Yeah. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
They took the Riker situation and they were going to use it for TNG. And they just held on to that idea. And they decided they thought it would have made Picard a little too cruel, because Khan was wreaking. He was essentially just tearing up the entire ship, and the crew themselves could not just get a handle on the character until the very bitter end. Now that it's not going to have Picard look good, so they dropped it. But apparently they had discussions with Ricardo Montalban, and he was considering it.
Huh. Interesting.
So
All
it
right.
them.
It tasked them, but they did not have him. All right, guys. Well, that about does it for this week. I got nothing else. I think we have a couple super chats we did not get to. Hold on one second. Regia Sharp for $10 said they don't understand sneaky illegitimate children, so they don't understand Romulans, which is confusing because it's Hollywood. They should be sneaky illegitimate children by default.
Yikes.
Oh my goodness, fantastic. Fantastic, guys. What did I hey, Fake Wizard, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. The floor is yours, my friend. Tell the folks at home where they can find you and what you're up to.
Yeah, I am the real life Fake Wizard here on YouTube, mostly covering entertainment news, just like everybody else that's here. Kind of bringing a little bit more of a business twist to it. We're going out doing interviews with people on the ground. But right now we're working on this massive project, which is really, really exciting. You'll see under my name here, it says fakeportal.com. We are building this massive directory for video games, specifically indie games, and bridging the gap between gamer and finding indie games to support competition in the video game industry. It is huge. It is a much bigger project than I had ever expected it was going to be, which is kind of silly because I knew it was going to be massive. We're going to be going live with that pretty soon. It's free forever. We're self-funding the whole thing. So it's free for users and free for developers that want to get their games on there. So more news on that soon. But yeah, I'm the Fake Wizard. I'm happy to be here. This is a lot of fun.
Awesome. And thank you, man, for being here. We loved having you. You're welcome back anytime. Martin Stone, where can the folks find out more about what you're up to?
Well, I'm one of the Lost Guys on That Park Place, the channel. And we've had a little hiatus on that because of moves and things like that. But you can find us also on T3PO. The most recent episode of ours that's been released is Somehow Television Theme Songs Returned.
Fantastic. I love television theme songs. Trish, what do you got going on? I know basically what Martin just said, but anything you got to plug?
I'm good.
You're all good?
I'm starting to... I had like no sleep, so I'm starting to just go. Phew.
Yep. Nolan Thunder, where can the folks find out more about everything you're doing in Lost in the Files and that game place?
Thank you so much. Lost in the Files 10 is almost complete. Expecting to have it done within a few weeks here. Documentary on Super Mario 64 and being built with an evil artificial intelligence. It's an older video game urban legend, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, I have a whole documentary coming out about it on my channel. But what I really want to promote is this Saturday, That Game Place. Every Saturday on the channel, we talk about all the fun gaming news out there. Kevin Apollo is routinely there, as well as Culture Casino. We had a lot of great headlines. We just had a Nintendo Direct partner showcase where they announced Pac-Man World 2 Repack, and they also have a new Hyrule Warriors game coming out. So we get into all sorts of craziness on there. We're going to definitely be covering that. It's wild, it's hilarious, and the chat really likes to get engaged. So if you want a good sense of community there, it's the gaming division of That Park Place. It's a lot of fun, so please check us out. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Saturday.
Lauren Connor and Kevin Apollo, you guys are lighting up late night. Lauren, I'll let you take the floor on this one. Tell 5 folks about what you guys have going on.
Well, it's been kind of zany for our first couple of episodes. We're still kind of trying to figure out the rhythm and not have the show get completely derailed in the middle of it, but we'll get there. We have our
and Culture Casino is working on doing the exact opposite of that. So, yes, like that's
him and Pro. They're both having a great time. But you know that is half the fun, though. You know, it's like I think there's what we're doing so far is both a serious discussion of film and also everything exploding around us, and I think that's kind of an interesting juxtaposition, and I think the audience gets into it. We're going to have something a little slightly different tomorrow night. I don't know if Kevin wants to talk about it, but Martin's going to be joining us as well tomorrow night, along with you, Marvin. So we'll have a little bit larger panel tomorrow night.
Absolutely, yeah. Kev, what do you guys got going on tomorrow night?
All right, tomorrow is our first recast this discussion, and we will be tackling the classic Caddyshack. Who would you recast? The premise is simple: the actors that you know from the film. We live in a world where they're busy and they can't commit to the role, so you have to replace them. Who do you replace them with? And you have to keep it. You have to be stars from that particular era, and they have to have similar skill sets. So if it's a comedian, you have to replace that comedian with another comedian.
I've got a couple of them in my head. I cannot for the life of me find anyone for Rodney. So I'm going to keep giving it thought over the next 24 hours.
I've got two.
Really Zendaya. So,
don't.
We're saving it. We're saving it. Don't worry.
We also got to. We got to give credit where credit's due. This was actually Martin's idea, and he's letting us use it for the show.
Absolutely.
You keep Rodney Dangerfield. Everybody else is Muppets.
Actually, that was another one. There was another one I pitched to Kevin that they should do a very special one. It's a Muppet recasting of Smokey and the Bandit. Keep one human.
Now, normally, guys, I just ended it right here, but Photon Empress is back with $10 saying Trish is tired. I have a new tradition of adding a last-minute super chat to keep you on the air longer. Hashtag dark side.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Here's Trish right now. Photon Empress, for all that you have done for us tonight, my friend. You know what? And in honor of the great Hulk Hogan, here's a clip.
This world will beat you down, beat you with a stick.
That poor dog.
I've never seen that clip.
You've never seen that? No,
Really?
randomly there's a dog getting thrown in a lake just randomly in the back. It must have just been outside of them filming it, but yeah, here.
That's great. I mean, it's terrible, but that's great. That's funny.
That dog's having the time of his life. We always say that. But thank you guys. Thank you to everyone who chatted, everyone who super chatted, everyone who just hung out and watched. We appreciate you. We see you. We speak your name. From all of us here at the Tooney Town channel. Oh, also on Tooney Talk Wrestling, we will be going live this weekend for SummerSlam. We are aiming to do both days. So come hang out with us and watch some wrestling and get some, get some good conversation going while you're watching WWE.
Kevin looks so excited.
All right. Well, for all of us here at the Tooney Town channels, I'm Marvin the Movie Monster. Now get out of here!
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator!
Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you! Oh, I suppose you want me to say thank you. Well, you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing.
Thank you! I got a little message. Thank you. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thanks? For what?
Hi-ho from all of us here at Tooney Town. Thank you!
And viewers like you. Thank you.